whatever you want.
Buckabee,
Buckaroo, Mike Huckabee.
I heart Huckabees.
Yeah. Huck Finn.
Finn and Poe.
Star Wars. George Lucas.
Finn, Eas, and Ferb.
Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah.
Hard and Ferb.
Wolf Mother. Wolf Blitzer.
Blitzkrieg.
Krieger. Robbie Krieger from The Doors.
Krieger from Archer.
Kroger, the grocery store.
Grocery store.
Grocery store.
Gross.
Point blank.
Point blank.
Shooting blanks.
Male impotence.
I can't get my wife pregnant.
No active sperm.
No sperm. Must hire bull to impregnate wife. What? Okay, I think
hire bull to impregnate wife.
Yeah. I think our vocal warm-ups are done.
Yeah,
a bull, as in like a burly man.
Yeah, like a bull.
And like a stud.
I need someone to fuck my wife in front of me because that's just the vocal warm-up, though. It's not,
right. No, none of that. We're not revealing anything.
No, that was just us doing vocal warm-ups.
Well.
No one knows what that is.
Welcome to the 100th episode, everybody.
100 fucking episodes.
Technically, this is 100.5.
Yeah, right.
Because we tried to do this
and it was just
last
bad.
week, and it was just bad.
It was just bad.
It was just bad.
It's pretty awful.
It was like stone sober, which this is stone sober too.
Yeah,
but it was like
we were trying
stone sober and depressing. We were trying.
The thing is, when you're trying, you're not having fun.
This show is never at its best when we're trying.
No,
don't do sobriety, kids.
Don't. This is
it's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's now like a month and a week since I last had a beer.
Yeah. How's it going for you?
Terrible.
Yeah, it sucks, right?
No, it's fine.
Fuck, it's terrible. Fuck. Yeah, how do you guys deal with it?
I don't know how to get started jacking off and going to bed.
I don't sometimes.
I mean, if I don't drink a beer, what do I do?
Right. Do I just go to jack it off? That doesn't feel
Did I
right.
just skip the drinking a beer part?
Yeah, just jack off.
Yeah.
Do I do more jacking off?
To kind of make up for it.
We gotta fix the three dudes promise because you're not drinking.
Yeah, right. Don't drink. Put the cum back in you.
Yeah. You gotta get a funnel, like a tiny kitchen funnel. Or if you can't find one, you gotta roll up some newspaper and twist it in there and then pour
You do that like thing at the end where you get a little cone tip.
Yeah, and then you pour the cum back in.
You funnel your own semen back inside of you.
I guess you gotta find it. You gotta find it first. You find old tissues or old cum socks. You soak them in some water and reconstitute it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then heat it to evaporate the water. Right. Yeah.
You got to do like powdered milk, but with your own...
powdered mashed potatoes. But instead of potatoes,
those of you who are still listening,
cum.
Cum.
I'm
not sure that we're pretty sure whatever audience we had, we don't have anymore.
Yep. No, we tried a special edition episode which might get broadcasted on the Patreon 5 years from now that we don't have.
Right.
But yeah, it was
a good idea.
It was a good idea. It was very poorly thought out, like most things we do.
Yeah. It was like, do we want to discuss it? Why not? Let's talk about the show you could have had.
The show you could have had.
It's Three Dudes, 100 episodes, retrospective, very special
hosted
episode.
by Roger Sick Bastard, live in an empty theater.
Right, yeah.
I think I said the Challenger Space Shuttle Disaster Theater.
Yeah, right. You did. And we were going to do our apology tour.
The apology tour. That's right about the time we cut the episode. We were like 40 minutes into it.
Yeah.
And we were it was like,
felt bad.
It was just unfunny racism, which is like the worst racism.
Yeah, you know what it was? It was that we were playing it so straight.
Yeah.
Because it's a thing, it's a gag.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're doing a thing where...
Typically, we dabble in hilarious racism on this podcast.
Right.
Our racism is fucking
Our racism and xenophobia
hilarious.
are
They're
the best.
wholesome.
Are on point.
Yeah, right.
I dare I say, it's wholesome racism.
Yeah.
It sure is.
We're taking it back. We're bringing racism back to the white people.
I know exactly what the difference is. The difference is normally it's at this table where someone's saying something terrible and everyone else is laughing.
Yeah.
Because it's so obvious no one could ever think that.
Right.
Yeah.
But without any of us laughing at the gag, it's just like, oh, we're just
Right.
We're just saying xenophobic shit.
like, oh, I'm just like actually calling Canada like goat fuckers now.
Yeah, right. I'm actually just saying the truth. Right. Without people laughing at it, it's just like, people don't want to hear the truth.
People don't want to hear how bad
The Jews have ruined the entire world.
Man, it just didn't feel right.
It didn't feel right. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't very funny. What did we do before that? We did a Why We're Fucked.
Yeah.
That was just, it was supposed to be funny and like none of us were happy.
Well, it was supposed to be like the ultimate
fuck.
mega ultra why we're completely fucked. And it was just like, oh wait, we're just recounting all the things that actually depressed us all year long.
Yeah, right.
And I think it was around maybe the time that who was it? It was either John. No, we talked about John McCain, but that was not last year.
No.
I don't remember who it was. Someone who died, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
this
that's
doesn't
right.
even feel funny now.
Yeah.
It was John Lewis.
Yeah, that's right. It was John Lewis. Yeah.
It was John Lewis or something. I was just like,
Hilarious. The hilarious death of John Lewis.
cue the laugh track.
Take that, civil rights again.
Hey, you know, Warnock, who won his runoff in Georgia.
Who's also a wizard.
Raphael Warnock, who is a wizard with a pointy hat that has stars and moons and shit on it. Yeah. He preaches at Martin Luther King's old church. I didn't know that.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
No, that's why he won.
That's right.
Well, I mean, he's in Georgia. You're like, if that doesn't inspire black folks to go out and vote, I don't know what will.
Here's another interesting thing about the Georgia races. If you look at the maps of like what counties shifted and how they shifted, not over like the last 4 years, but since November.
Yeah.
Huge shifts in the direction of Democrats.
Good.
In just 2 months.
Wow.
Which should not really be surprising considering how badly everything has been handled since the election.
Yeah.
But it says something. That's why we have a wizard in the Senate.
That's right.
Raphael Warlock.
The first wizard in the Senate.
Well,
Okay, yeah. The first wizard since Ted Kennedy.
who was a wizard of alcoholism.
And dead hookers.
Your face.
You're forgetting about all the grand wizards that have been elected
that's
to,
true. That's a good point.
to
Yeah.
Congress in the past.
Fucking David Duke never went to either legislature, did he?
Nobody ran for president right up until the late 80s.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not that long ago.
Yep.
And was at Charlottesville.
Yep.
And is still very much a thing.
Yep. Yeah. Isn't that hilarious? Cue the laugh track, Dave. Nothing funnier than David Duke.
Oh, it's so great and hilarious.
Duke.
It's hard to be funny when things feel this bad.
Yeah.
You know what? Or is it funny to be hard?
Yes! Bonus!
Hey, everybody, it's me, Captain Phasma.
This is my new favorite thing. Started playing Battlefront and going, it's me, Captain Phasma. I got a big stogie so you know I'm the bad guy.
You can tell it's me by my pinstripe suit and big cigar.
Yeah, I traded in my old gigs for a nice suit.
I'm inspiring little girls everywhere.
Disney thinks I'm going places.
Hey, I'm Captain Phasma and I'm a real bitch.
I'm a real bitch boss. So don't give me no guff, okay?
Hey,
I'm running this here starship.
I'm gonna blast you with my blaster.
I hope everyone filled out your paperwork by the week. Because I'm a stickler for paperwork.
Hey, oh.
I love it.
Yeah. Captain Phasma. You remember that real super memorable character from the most recent Star Wars movies?
Yeah, right.
Captain Phasma.
Who wasn't even in the third movie.
Nope. Yeah,
Right.
because she died, right? Did
She fucking
die?
died. Yeah, she like
fucking
fell in a hole or something. Yeah, and that was it.
Captain Phasma.
Captain
That was pretty much it.
We got like one look at half of Gwendolyn Christie's face.
Shout out to Gwendolyn Christie, who's actually a good actress.
and was used none.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even the scenes that she's in, because it's Star Wars and because stormtroopers have a certain way about them, there's not a lot to work with.
Right. The problem, too, is, like, we are never shown any instance or evidence of Phasma being as awesome as Disney wanted her to be.
Right.
No.
We have to be told about it secondhand because Finn is afraid of her.
Yeah. Right.
And we never really see any firsthand. Compare that to Darth Vader. The very first time you see him, he's choking a guy and lifting him off the ground.
So awesome.
Perfect.
Like, you don't even have to write dialogue.
And then when he loses his temper and throws him into the wall.
Yeah.
Like bad guy.
Yeah. Show us.
Yeah, right.
Show us how bad and how awesome these characters are.
I'm a real shitty boss. You don't want to mess with me.
You know, I'm going to make you do all sorts of fucking paperwork. I'm a real cunt.
Oh, you requested off Tuesday? That's too bad.
That's too bad. We got to go kill a bunch of Gungans on Tuesday.
It's a blackout period here on the Imperial Cruise.
We're gonna mow them down with our blaster rifles.
Yeah, get him with a blaster.
Captain Phasma. Yeah, Captain Phasma.
Yeah, give me another cigar.
Oh, these legs are broken.
Oh, yeah, that's how I like it. Like breaking legs.
Breaking legs.
Jaja, you don't look so good.
He's losing muy organs.
Yeah. It's good. That's something else.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we're going to do this podcast. We're going to try our repeat 100th episode yesterday, but then, you know, the U.S. Capitol building was overtaken by
a goat man,
the Duck Dynasty guy,
and a woman hell-bent on getting shot.
Yeah. Which she, you know, I guess she succeeded at.
Yeah, congratulations.
Sorry, that's bleak. I didn't want to even bring that up.
You didn't want to go there?
No, but I did.
If you think that's bleak, just think about the fact that she's burning in hell right now.
Here's the thing. If I gotta die in some stupid way, I don't also want to be wearing a flag with some other guy's name on it wrapped around.
You want to have your own cause,
your own
right?
story.
Yeah.
Like if it's got to be something like that, like maybe it's my flag and I run a small island, like a pirate network,
like John McAfee.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You just run your own, your own island where women shit on you.
You know what the other thing is? If I'm gonna die for a cause, I want to be reasonably certain that things are gonna change. Right. But you know what? It's not going to change. Joe Biden's president. There's nothing they can do to stop it. So she died for nothing.
That's crazy. The thing of like her last Parler post being like, they cannot stop us.
Yep. And then they stopped her.
Okay, we're being really dark.
It's my impression of people around her. Oh my god! Oh my god!
They're all Sir Edmund Hillary.
Yeah. Oh no!
Come on, guys, we're gonna overthrow the government, and ow, my neck.
Oh man, you Capitol Police are a couple of right fine blokes. I'm gonna suck all your penises. That's Mr. Everest.
Oh, look at you all serving and protecting.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's getting me all hot and bothered. Yeah.
Hey, you're not kicking me out of Nancy Pelosi's office without me sucking your dick first, mate. Get on the desk.
Assume the position, officer. Yeah.
I miss George Everest. Mr. Everest.
Mr. Everest.
Mr. Everest.
Wait, was he Mr. Everest?
Yeah, he's Mr. Everest. It's actually Sir Edmund Hillary.
Yeah.
But we just called him Mr. Everest.
Okay, I forgot.
Discovered by George Everest.
I completely forgot.
Mr. Everest.
Mr. Everest. Yeah, so it's hard to be funny.
Yeah, it was hard to be. That's why we
still
waited.
Not. So
it's hard to be funny when a group of domestic terrorists, stupid though they may be, managed to storm the people's house.
Well, let's be clear. They were allowed to.
They were allowed. Yeah, they were like
They
were literally let through police barricades by police.
I mean, there's plenty of photos, just anecdotally, of cops taking selfies with them as they fucking.
Oh, there's video footage of them opening the barricades at the foot of the Capitol building. So we know that they kind of allowed it to get to that point.
So many things make me so angry about this that I just haven't even figured out all the words for yet.
It's not. It's a weird feeling in America.
It is.
I mean, it's just.
I think even if you're a Trump person right now, you're probably like, okay, this is like bad PR.
Yeah.
I know from a few people that I've talked to online.
Yeah.
Their relatives who were previously, gung ho about overturning the election.
Yeah.
Saw what happened yesterday and said to themselves, "Are these the kinds of people I'm associating myself with?"
Yeah, it's like you're in bed with some fucking hoodlums.
Wackos, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people out there having second thoughts, which they should. I mean, it's 4 years too fucking late, but better late than never, I suppose.
I said it the other day, and I still feel this way. Like, I'm not about to like get all gooey about people figuring out at the 11th hour and 59th minute how bad it is.
Yeah.
But it is a little bit of a relief that at least
people are starting to
there's some ship jumping happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, that has consequences, not for right now, because this 2 weeks is this 2 weeks. It has consequences for 2024, It has consequences for all right, what's the Republican Party going to turn into over the next 4 years?
Jim Jordan's coming up next.
That fucking piece of shit.
Gonna be Jim Jordan. Sorry.
That child molested piece of shit.
Jim Jordan. Jim, you heard it here first.
Do you realize how little
Cast.
that narrows it down?
Yeah. You heard it here
say
first,
that about
folks.
anyone the Republican Party puts up in 2024.
An awful lot of
child molesting piece of shit.
Remember that guy who was Ted Cruz's roommate?
Yeah.
Who just tweeted all the embarrassing and awkward shit Ted Cruz did in college.
That's awesome.
I wish that guy would be back right now.
Yeah.
If Ted Cruz runs again, that guy's going to be very active on Twitter again.
I want to know what they have. What kid did Lindsey Graham diddle?
What did you do, Lindsay?
That he is now shilling for Donald Trump.
They got some picture of him in some very compromising position.
And in some very compromising children.
Right. No, seriously, because that guy used to actually be a public servant at some point, and then he fucked the wrong kid.
And someone caught him.
Which is any of them.
Yeah, which is incidentally any kid.
There's wronger kids for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, white kids.
Oh my God. Or any kids whose parents have a closed circuit television system.
Sure.
Or if it's
home.
an ugly kid.
The problem isn't that Lindsey Graham fucked a kid. It was too ugly a kid. Right. Got it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
If you're going to fuck a kid.
It's got to be a good-looking kid.
You got to make the rest of us go, well, all right.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
You can't be dumpster diving for your kids.
Yeah, you don't want the kid with the unibrow.
Yeah, you're not scraping the bottom of the kid barrel.
Lindsey Graham, it's not that you fucked a kid. It's that you weren't choosy at all.
You don't want to go all the way to the bottom of the pedophile well. You want to where there's rust and nails and stuff.
Come on, Lindsey Graham. You just
Pennies.
What did you just start fucking kids yesterday? Come on.
Get it together.
Get with the program.
Amateur move.
Bush League.
Bush League.
Bush League kitty diddler.
Here's the thing, too, is his speech the other day after all the commotion on the Hill, right, where, if you read it in text, it sounds kind of good, where he says, the literal text of it is something like, President Trump and I have had quite a journey, and I really believe he was a consequential president. But, I've, at this point, enough is enough, and I'm out. That's the text of it. When you hear him say it,
yeah,
it was weird.
Yeah, it was.
I just gotta say, enough is enough. I'm out.
Yeah.
He was very kind of folksy about it.
Yeah.
What do you I'm out? It's it's not Shark Tank. It's fucking
right.
Call it what it is.
Yeah. You're not what's his fucking
I was cool with this guy right up until the point that he started fomenting and allowing domestic terrorism to happen because he's a big fucking baby you can't handle losing.
People are going to continue to argue about whether or not Donald Trump actually called for people to overtake the Capitol building. But I think if that you've told people, and they really believe it, that their vote was stolen from them.
Yeah.
If they really believe
Think about what you would do.
Right.
If
I was getting ready for what was going to happen if Pence and the company threw out votes from states they didn't like. I was ready to go to D.C. for a week and flip trash cans.
Yeah.
And just do the regular old.
Think about
they're not smart enough to do that though.
Right. Think about what you would have done if some of these judges would have, without base.
Yeah.
Taken your vote or someone else's vote away.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Abandoned their duties as impartial interpreters of the Constitution.
So I understand the emotion.
So do I.
I understand the emotion.
The protest.
If someone who is at the head of the party is telling you that this is what happened,
And there's someone you trust.
and it's someone you trust, I understand that.
Sure.
So you're responsible for your own actions, and I'm not excusing these people, but I do understand the emotion. I don't understand dying for something. It's weird for us to. It's so easy for us to say it because we're not in a tank. We're not like in a bubble, like a social media bubble, because we're smart. We're not in a social media bubble that
of people that continuously reinforce our worst
it.
fears.
Yeah, we're not getting like a Pavlovian response to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, we're not conditioned to get to this level.
Right.
And you kind of have to condition people to get them to do this.
So I understand why it got this point, because if I found out that my vote wasn't counted, I would lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
I would be in DC flipping trash cans.
That's the thing. That is the kind of protest that I think is understandable and acceptable. If those people just trashed the streets of DC and made life hell, that's the kind of trouble that eventually affects some change.
Sure. Yeah. And you know what? You can't make traffic in DC much worse than it already is.
True. Yeah, if you've ever driven
fucking
down there.
worst drivers I've ever seen in my
they're
life. Most
not good.
aggressive assholes.
Oh, that was on foot when I was there. I didn't have to deal with most of that.
But I understand it. I don't understand being allowed to walk onto government property.
No.
You know what I mean?
And the stark contrast between what happens when black people get together and protest like that and what happens when goat men get together and protest like that.
The last time they passed major gun legislation in this country was when the Black Panthers stood on the Capitol steps with,
I did not know
rifles.
I did not know that.
Last time any major gun legislation was done was when the Black Panthers legally with rifles stood on the steps of the Capitol building.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we can't have black people up here.
Right.
So
Yeah, right. They looked out the window and went, "Ooh," kind of making me nervous.
Yep. So that's the
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is, black people, we need you to get your gun licenses. Please.
I'll buy some black people some guns. I don't care.
Let's do it.
I know there have been a few public figures who have said the same thing. Like if you want gun reform and all this stuff, black people got to start buying guns.
Yeah,
they got to
right.
start arming up.
That's true. It's absolutely true.
Yeah, but it's like an awful reality, though.
Yeah, and join the NRA. Even better. Show up, join the NRA, and show up to a meeting.
Take the NRA over.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is you can do that.
Yeah,
you could absolutely.
I could do that.
We could buy guns and become card carrying members of the NRA, whatever the annual fee is, and then you can go to any meeting that they hold and vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Assault weapons gone like that.
Wow. cut to the It's Always Sunny sort of title sequence. The dudes join the NRA.
Yeah. The only problem I have with that is giving money to the NRA.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I would never.
Isn't Wayne LaPierre out now?
I think so. Yeah.
That piece of shit.
Yep. Die, 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 pig, die. Fuck the police.
Yeah, you could do that. You could take it basically any group of which you are able to become a free member in good standing.
Yep.
Join and complain.
Yep. Eliminate PACs. Eliminate what's the
Oh, yeah, like
focus
lobbyists
groups,
and-
lobbyists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, lobbyists.
Yeah, eliminate lobbyists.
Just get it all out of here.
Get it out of here. Get it out of here. We gotta get it out of here.
Get out of here.
We're gonna.
These people are taking our country.
They're taking our country. They stole the election from me.
Oh my God, it feels worse than ever.
It does. I know.
Gotta get good.
You know
at
what
the
we're gonna do?
Biden.
I'm gonna come with you. We're gonna go down to the Capitol building.
We're all gonna walk. I'm gonna walk off for a
I'm
little
going
bit.
with this guy with the buffalo head right here.
Ow, my neck.
Yeah, right.
Whoops, my bone spurs. Gotta go home.
Gotta go.
Take it on without me.
I'm gonna get some Epsom salt. I'm gonna lay in the bathtub and watch the news.
I'm gonna chill out.
It's gonna make a lot of muscles really relieved.
I'm gonna bring Ivanka into the tub with me.
I'm gonna hit the jets. I'm gonna finger my asshole a little bit.
Just a little, and we like that. We like, Mr. President. What are
we
you
like
talking
that.
about?
It's like-
This is the State of the Union.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
This is apparently the State of the Union.
I'm sorry. I forgot where I was.
Where's my Big Mac? Where's my mop? Remember Trump's mop?
I don't remember the mop.
That's what we talked about that last season. Trump and his mop.
What was the deal,
He
though?
was just mopping everywhere. I want my mop. Someone give me my mop. The whole West Wing
miss my
smells like
mop.
the whole West Wing smells like mildew.
Oh, yes. I'm just always mopping.
Yeah, just
There's a lot of floors.
I'm mopping all the floors in the White House. I'm draining the swamp and I'm making a new one with the mop water.
I'm making everything smell like the fresh scent of Pine Sol.
Trump.
There's no way he's using Pine Sol.
No, it's not. We gotta practice up on the Biden. Yeah,
We got to get good at that.
we do. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough now.
It is. It's hard just because I can't imagine Biden saying anything funny right now.
Yeah, no, it's not. You know,
But I think it's all. I'm sure I said this already on the show. It's got to always be about soup.
yeah.
Did I say this already?
I don't think you've said it.
I
already.
think the key to the Biden impression is turning every story back into soup.
Okay.
You start sort of. The schools were at the time they're desegregating.
Yeah.
There's a lot of angry people.
The people were mad. People were upset.
Meanwhile,
about
the
this.
price of a can of Campbell's soup went up from 49 cents to 78 cents.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for soup.
That's every soup. I'm talking about cream and tomato.
And even by today's standards, you're paying. That's a lot for soup.
And now it's about $1.25 for a minestrone.
You can't even dip your grilled cheese in a minestrone. It's not.
I understand some purists are really intense about the clam chowder. It's not for me.
It's not for me. It's not. Something about seafood in the.
I don't like a clam that comes out of a can. I don't know. I just feel like it's got to turn around to soup.
soup at some point.
Because that's like the old manist thing to be like really concerned
with. These let me be clear. These domestic terrorists invaded the Capitol. They spilled blood all over these hallowed halls. People were eating their lunches. They were eating their soup.
Standing.
That's in the people's
violation.
house, and they spilled soup all over the carpet. That's very aggressive.
When I was a young man, you'd see eat your soup sitting down with some oyster crackers.
yeah, right.
It's unreal. People with
unreal.
the soup.
Me and my buddy Slipper Jimmy, we get together and we just drink the concentrate out of the can.
Now I'm a man who likes Clamato. I know that puts me in the minority. I don't care.
I believe in Clamato.
Clam and tomato.
Yummy.
Okay, we're working on it.
Whatever, we'll get there.
It's not that good yet.
We'll get there.
But I'm
with
telling you, soup is the key.
yeah, okay. I think you might have something there.
Anyway,
Write that down. Hold on.
do we even want to talk about why we're fucked?
No,
Or do we just,
like you know
breeze
what?
right through that
You know what?
shit?
Yeah.
You guys, if you've been watching the news in the last 24 hours,
You
you already
know.
know why we're fucked. It's
You
not-
know why we're fucked.
It's
Yeah.
it's our 100th episode, so we were gonna try and do something special, but that didn't work. So we're just gonna do a regular episode. Fuck it.
Which I think is great.
I
Back to the core of what we do worst.
think this is technically our season finale, right? Like this is
Oh, yeah.
season finale time.
In
so-
January, we'd normally have done already or be doing a wrap up of last year.
Yes.
But last year was dog shit, so I don't think we're really going to do that.
Yeah,
Right.
probably not. I was thinking like maybe we could do the next time we do a best of episode.
Yeah.
it would be
Throw
like
some ones in.
throw some ones in from previous. I have a bunch of funny stuff from this year, but I don't know if we have enough to actually like justify.
That's kind of the problem. Is there's just not that much. We did like 17 episodes in a whole year.
Yeah, there's not enough there to. Usually we have our cup runneth over with hilarious racism.
Yeah, we have an embarrassment of racism.
And we have a parliament of racism.
Typically,
A murder.
so many of them happen online.
Yeah.
and I think that just fucks everything up.
Yeah.
like the conversations might even be more interesting and more focused.
Yeah.
but they're way less funny
Yeah,
and more
way
less
less
fun to do.
Yeah. So yeah, we're probably going to skip that this year. This is for all intents and purposes your season 4 finale. We're sorry.
See, basically, most of your soups start with a cream of chicken, maybe a cream of mushroom. Now that's a base.
That's a base.
That's a base. You can make any soup off of that.
You make casserole with that if you want. And when I'm president, we're gonna have casseroles. We're gonna have casseroles all the time. We're gonna get crispy fried green beans, and we're gonna put
those delicious crispy onions on top.
we're gonna fry them, and we're gonna bake them.
Cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, cream of potato.
Yeah, green pea.
I don't give a goddamn.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. America rules. 420.
Blaze it.
Blaze.
Is he Obama?
Yeah. America
rules,
rules. 420.
Blaze it.
America rules 420. I don't give a shit. I can actually hear Clinton say that. Yeah. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I see out there.
America rules 420.
Y'all want a toke? Yeah, I got one right here. Had this one in my back pocket since the Carter administration.
Yeah, you all know why we're fucked.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's not good.
Bad.
It's bad. It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good. And in that spirit, this episode is also going to be another one where we don't have a host as such. We have a topic picked out.
Yeah.
We're just going to do the thing. Do you guys want to play a game? Do I even have?
I don't know. Let's take a break and figure that out.
Yeah, we'll see what we want to do.
We might not do it.
We might not do it. We might. Whatever.
I don't know. We might have a nice cup of soup.
Yeah, right.
All right, stick around. We'll be back with more of the Three Dude Show. Thanks.
Yep, whatever. Welcome to the Three Dude Podcast. Hey, woo! Yeah.
You can find us at 3dudecast.com.
If you're wondering whether that's spelled with the numeral 3 or the word 3, the answer is yes.
We're so proud of ourselves.
We're so clever. We're such clever boys.
Wow. We've switched hosting to Podbean. You can still find us on iTunes and Google Play. So give us a like.
Yeah, give us a like. Give us a listen. Give us a review somewhere.
Give us a sandwich.
Give us a high five.
Give us sponsorships.
Please give us a hug.
Give us that money. And they're only getting better.
Yeah, that feels wrong.
Yeah, things are not going great.
Things are getting great.
And they're only getting better. Things will be real great when we have the second civil war in our country.
Awesome.
Yep. Isn't it going to be real fun when we all have to get weapons and
Yeah.
defend the homeland from...
How long have you been saying buy guns?
Buy guns. At least 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm telling everybody to buy guns because you all should be... You hear that? You heard it here first, folks. Buy guns.
Here's the thing.
Buy guns. You're going to need them.
I think people want to shoot other people in the abstract and don't really want to when it comes down to a real person. I really think
I think maybe by and large. I'm saying
my neighbors are really gun happy people.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could say anything to them to make them want to actually shoot. Well, I could. I'm sure I could. I could think of a few things right now.
Yeah, so you could absolutely do that.
But I wouldn't because they have guns.
See how that argument falls apart?
Yeah, it sure does. No, but my point is you have to really work pretty hard to make someone actually want to do that to you. Now, if you're in D.C.,
yeah.
Oh, can I see
you're a
the,
target.
Yeah, see the lighter.
You're a target for violence in D.C. People assume you're some kind of, whatever, bureaucrat.
Yeah.
People love shooting bureaucrats.
Sure. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. God, I just kind of jumped up at the thought of it.
Yeah, me too. Lindsey Graham's kitty diddling ass.
Lindsey Graham, what did you do?
What did you do, Lindsey Graham?
What did you do? Just tell us already.
What
filthy child molester.
Now, what difficulty level would you like your bureaucrat shooting range? Do you want it like Chris Christie easy? Do you want it like,
or do you want like a Jim Jordan, someone thin and lithe who can really hide behind a bush?
Someone spry who can like jog, and get out of the way.
Your bureaucrat shooting range. Yeah. You want someone like short and fast?
Yeah, right.
Like a little.
You want like an AOC who can cartwheel out of the
Which
way.
is a perfect example. Yeah.
Which bureaucrat are we shooting today, sir?
Challenge rating.
Give me Christie. I want to warm up first.
Oh God, not again.
hold on, I'm having several complicated concurrent heart attacks.
Several complicated concurrent.
Just make sure you hit him in the fleshy part of the thigh. We don't want him actually dying.
At least not right away.
Not right away.
Chris Christie's fupa.
Yeah.
An image to remember.
I really want to hit you for saying those words.
Remember when they put him in that baseball uniform and it was all up front
He's just
there?
like-
Yeah, it was like, man, those pants were up a lot.
Yeah.
And he could see a lot.
Chris Christie, who has to use a toothbrush to scrub under his skin folds.
Chris Christie, who's got like a washing post that he just rubs against in the shower. It's like one of those cat towers, but he lathers it up with soap and then rubs on it.
Chris Christie, who makes his morning smoothies with ham, mustard, and butter.
What a thought.
Protein.
It's a protein drink.
Chris Christie, whose blood is the consistency of hot fudge.
Chris Christie, whose blood might actually be hot fudge. On a Sunday. Check it out.
Chris Christie, whose heart works harder than most factory workers.
What happened to him after he was publicly disgraced?
He's on CNN or not CNN. He's on MSNBC all the time.
He's in the whole elected office right now, though, right?
No, he's done. But he's actually a Democrat. He's an analyst for Democrats. Like they have him on MSNBC a lot when they need.
The irony is, I bet that guy's fun to hang out with.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. He seems like a normal dude, and I don't think he doesn't care about the country. I just think he's
kind of evil, but not.
I think he's just a
evil.
bad public servant. I don't think he's very good at
The
his
bridge
job.
thing was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
People died because he was all gung ho to have a fucking fight about bridges.
Yeah.
That and his backwards views on a lot of things.
I don't know. I seem to remember a lot of unpleasant things coming out of his face, but I bet he's a really interesting guy.
Sure, yeah. And,
Not to mention his unpleasant face.
yes.
Yeah, he's like the fucking penguin, man.
Yeah,
He really is.
the fucking penguin.
The fucking I'm a big fucking penguin.
Oh yeah. Sir, Mr. Graham, it's good to see you again. Would you like another tour with the fucking penguin?
Put me in.
Put me in.
Put me in.
Put me in.
I said enough is enough. Put me in there with that penguin.
I'm gonna fuck that penguin.
I only got like 2 more years of this shit. I don't give a fuck.
You know what the great part is about fucking a penguin is you don't have to pay the family any hush money. Because penguins, they can't talk.
Penguins can't talk. You can do whatever you want
They can't
to.
say no.
And I have, believe me. I got a long list of misdeeds done to penguins.
Thank you, Senator.
I'm going to hell. All right, bye. Lindsay Graham, you piece of shit.
It just doesn't.
Who did you? Who?
What ugly?
Whose son did you molest? Whose ugly son?
I have heard these scurrilous accusations about my taste in children. Let me assure you, I have never fucked an ugly child.
I've been around the block, okay? I know how to pick them.
Literally, I've been around the block,
Just in my Mercedes.
just looking for kids.
Trolling.
Trolling.
Troll.
He's trolling for kids.
Trolling for good-looking kids. Not a wart on them.
Yep.
That's what I like about high school girls, man. You get older, they stay the same age.
Y'all ain't recording this, are you?
Right. I keep getting older. They stay locked in my basement. Yes, they do.
This is like maybe the darkest episode
Whatever.
of this show. that
Lindsay
we've
Graham
ever done.
fucked a 2 out of 10 kid. And now we're all paying for it.
America has to suffer because Lindsey Graham didn't have his glasses on. Thanks.
I remember a day back in the day when pedophiles had taste.
That's right. Oof. We didn't talk about it, but it just, it happened in private.
Yeah, and we judged some of the ones that weren't as discerning as the others, but, it was a different time.
It was a different time. We just let them be, musicians or famous TV stars.
Well, hello there, little Timmy. How was your after-school session with Father Murphy?
Ooh. I'm going to shake that one off real quick.
Anyway.
Yeah,
The point is, Lindsey Graham is a child molester, and we have a show to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and our topic this week, because we said we were going to discuss whether to do a game or something, and we didn't discuss it at all.
Again, this show is absolutely at its best when we're not doing anything.
I honestly feel like this is one of the better ones we've done.
Yeah, right. We didn't plan anything. Right, which is good because it came from a dog shit episode where we did nothing except be depressed and not funny.
Yeah.
So the topic today is one that I realized we haven't done, and I'm kind of amazed we haven't done.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I got to thinking that maybe we should do our bucket lists and discuss items on our bucket lists.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you are, for some reason, unfamiliar with the term bucket list, like I was when the movie starring Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson came out.
What was the movie called?
It was called Bucket List.
It was called Face Off.
It was called The Godfather Part 2.
It's called Days of Thunder, starring Tom Cruise.
It was called Who Killed Captain Alex, starring Morgan Freeman as Captain Alex.
The answer? I don't know.
All right.
Who fucking knows? We never find out. Yep. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. But no, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the term, the bucket list is the list of things you want to do before you kick the bucket.
Yeah.
And
I always thought that was a weird metaphor. But because kicking the bucket, to me, the implication is if you kick a bucket and then die, you're probably standing on that bucket with a noose around your neck.
Right, exactly. So
kicking the list of things I do before I commit suicide
is very short. It's like write a note and make sure that my kids don't find me or do find me.
Put my full military dress on.
Well, that's it.
Smother my crippled son and young wife with a pillow and then hang myself on my exercise equipment.
Well, that's it. It's time for me to die.
Yeah, in
the bathroom.
Shout out to Chris Benoit. Let's give a quick shout out to Chris Benoit. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Anyway,
so, you were talking about nice things.
Yeah.
I was talking about how our time on Earth is finite. We're all going to die. So
probably this year. In fact,
no. So
maybe in the next 2 weeks.
Could be any time now.
Yeah. Could be as soon as Russia drops the nukes.
Dude, the nuclear football is somewhere right now during all of this.
I know.
The nuclear football. Some underpaid guy is sitting holding that thing.
Yep.
Waiting for the call.
Yeah.
And he's gonna Baker Mayfield that bastard.
Anyway.
Drop the nukes.
Anyway. Yeah. So do you guys what's one of the things off of your bucket lists?
I don't know. Fuck it. You know what I want to do? I want to touch the Stanley Cup.
Oh yeah.
I just once in my life, I like it's cool to be in the presence of it, but I actually have friends who've touched the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And I would like to join that club. I have a friend who drank a beer out of the Stanley Cup, which is awesome.
I remember that he was in our fantasy
hockey league, and he sent us photographic evidence.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
Facebook actually recommended him to be as a friend. He still has that as his profile picture.
Of course.
Because how could you not?
Yeah, the dude drank a beer out of the Stanley Cup. Who the fuck doesn't want to do that?
Your life is done at that point.
Yeah, kill me now. It's over.
That's the whole bucket list.
Yeah, sorry, babe.
Yeah, I know I promised to be around a while, but I had a beer out of the Stanley Cup, and it's not getting better than that.
Yeah. I'm never going to be able to come again because I've lost all my cum.
I have lost all of my cum.
I'm rendered cumless.
functionally cumless.
Ejaculating onto or into the Stanley Cup might take the cake for the weirdest thing that's ever happened to it.
Yeah.
Do you think it's ever happened?
I don't believe it has.
Nigh on a rope. It's been fired.
It's been urinated on.
Yes.
Right, we know that.
Every time a cup is micturated upon in this
In this fair league.
I suspect, now that you mention it, I mean, that thing has to have been alone with someone.
Yeah.
Knowing what I know about people,
someone might have fucked
someone
the cup.
might have done it.
I think that was an Onion headline.
I've never done it.
It was like not Ryan Shazier, but that's not even the same sport.
No, I was going to say, Ryan Shazier's that guy who almost got paralyzed.
Yeah.
But why not him?
Sure.
Yeah. It was
Ryan Shazier.
it was someone on the block. I think. It was Duncan. It was Duncan Keith.
Oh, okay.
Duncan Keith wakes up hungover in bed with Stanley Cup or something like that, or reaches third base with the Stanley Cup.
Nice.
That's the thing is those guys get to keep it for like a day each or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Ovechkin took it to a Washington Nationals game and got drunk with it. So that's cool.
Implying that the cup also got drunk?
Yeah, that's the implication. Yeah, right. Me and the cup got hammered.
got fucking hammered.
Oh man,
things got fuzzy.
This cup is funny guy.
the cup is like perfectly vertical and then falls over.
We are two wild and crazy guys. All the names on it somehow are misspelled.
Yeah, and some of them just say "whoa." Unfortunately, the more I think about it, knowing what I know, especially about men,
someone had their dick on that.
that
At
cup
least
has
on
been
it.
fucked a lot.
Yeah, someone has probably dipped their balls into the cup.
Someone has used that for just about every purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you could think a cup would be used for.
Yeah.
That's my thought. Even with the respect factor, I think
The goal is, I think, to try and do something that's never been done with the Stanley Cup. I don't know. I don't know what that would be, but I just want to touch it. I just want to have it in my hands.
To do something with the Stanley Cup that's never been done. Definitely. Aubrey has a cousin with an adorable little girl, and I would have her
do a little dance in the cup.
dress the cup up,
Dress up with the cup.
in like life size those like life size
like
Barbie
American
dolls.
Girl doll or whatever the
Yeah,
thing is.
yeah. Just put it in like a dress. Put some makeup on there.
Yeah.
she's a weird little girl too. She would totally do it.
That sounds awesome.
She's an absolute weirdo, and I love her.
Hashtag dress up with the cup.
Dress up with the cup is a good idea.
That is a good idea. That's
I
want
want to see a pretty little Stanley Cup.
a pretty little Stanley Cup.
Oh, I'm the prettiest little cup.
The prettiest little cup.
That thing is enormous too, right? I mean, it's like like off the ground. How tall is the cup? You have to know the answer to this question. I feel like
It's got to be a good 2.5 feet.
At least, yeah.
okay, so
Right.
we're talking like this thing's.
Well, it's Canadian, so it might be like a meter.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's the same length, just measured.
Yeah, it's like 2.83 feet.
Yeah. Anyway,
What's one thing you want to do, Dave?
I don't know. I've thought about this a lot. There's a lot of places I want to go to that I feel like for various reasons I would be scared to go to just as an American.
Yeah.
Because like I don't want to get kidnapped.
Sure. Yeah, it's not cool. Like listening to Bill Burr's podcast, I know one of the things he asks, people before he travels to a country to do a tour is like, what have we done to you guys that might get me in trouble? Like what do I want to go there? Have we fucked up something in your country that will make it unsafe for me and my children?
This is the kind of advice Clarkson probably could have taken before going to the Falklands.
Yes. Yeah.
With a vanity plate that specifically is a middle finger to the people of the Falklands.
Right.
No, that's a good point.
They denied that ever happened.
I'm sure that they do.
In hindsight.
Yeah.
But this is Clarkson. He probably knew.
Of course.
Absolutely. Because there was a time, I think, where like the specifics of like the gag about them going around the world was very often, yeah, by the way, Britain is still number one.
Yeah, right.
Like that was the gag. More so
Yeah.
than I mean, more specifically than they do it now.
Yeah.
It was very much like Britain is the best, a number one.
Right.
The Duke of New York is number one.
Say it louder, boy. Remember when they got chased out of Alabama?
Who, the Aqua Teens?
I would watch that episode.
It's a great episode.
I do remember that episode, though.
Yeah.
And people were throwing rocks at them and chasing them down in trucks with guns.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they had like vehicles that said things like "Man,
love is cool. Okay.
Man love is cool. Okay.
Right. Country and Western is rubbish. Hillary for president.
That's right. Hillary for Prez was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they literally got chased by Hicks.
Man love is cool. Okay. Is really funny.
It's the okay for sure.
Man love is cool. Okay.
Man love is cool. Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
No, yeah, I don't know. There's places I want to go, but I just don't like want to go anywhere and like stand out. I just want to be a guy blending in and visiting a place.
It's hard to do when you're an American. People can.
It's hard to do when you're a big fat white guy.
Yep. People can snuff us out.
Yeah, I mean, like I just feel like, but there's just a lot of places I want to travel and visit. I feel like I couldn't get away with just like traveling through China.
Yeah.
But I really want to visit China.
China would be cool, but it's not a safe place to go. It is 100% unsafe for you to be there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The pollution.
Well, the corruption.
The corruption.
Yeah. Fucking Jack Ma vanished. Do you know that?
The ghosts.
Jack Ma just vanished.
Yeah.
He's the richest man in China.
Oh.
And the founder of Alibaba and like a whole bunch of other shit.
And he just fucking vanished off
gone.
the face of the
Yeah,
earth.
a bunch of people calling for like reforms and things. He was calling basically for economic reforms. They don't know where he is right now.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
I want to go to China.
I actually know somebody who got stuck like in China on an international trip, and was basically told by the embassy while they tried to straighten out his ticketing situation to not leave the airport.
Yeah, right.
Because like you're SOL if you walk out onto the street. Like you know
Airports are on some level like kind of international territory.
Exactly.
See the lighter place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want the best alternative, go to Taiwan.
Yeah, right. Yeah, actually, Taiwan is really.
I mean,
you have
right
to
now.
open it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was one of the ones that
Yeah.
went on that.
Yeah, Taiwan is is very good. It's so good for fat white American tourists that there's an entire industry dedicated to them down there. There's it's like 6 blocks. It's just bars
Yeah.
and sex work. That's
And-
all it is.
Oh, okay.
And
One of
also,
those?
Yep.
And also, if you're the type of person who does not like the Communist Party of China,
Yeah.
Taiwan is the seat of the legitimate government of China
Correct.
that was ousted by the commies.
Yep.
Right.
The filthy rat bastard Reds.
I'll tell you another thing I want to do on the bucket list.
They want our bodily fluids, man.
Yep.
I want to see a volcano.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I want to be near, on, and very close to the opening of a volcano.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen for me.
No, but it would be cool. It's cool to romanticize. God damn it, motherfucker! Excuse me. That's all I did. I did sequelize this yesterday, and that's all I
Yeah.
was fucking doing was yawning. Yawning.
Hey, do you want
stands for
coffee?
mention. Yeah, you have coffee.
I might like go brew us some coffee.
That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah. I'll wait until I've exhausted this volcano thing.
Wait.
But volcanoes are cool
Yeah.
and scary and
Yeah.
epic.
Yeah.
And I really want to see more of like the Earth at its most extreme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
And boy, isn't that just a Northeast Ohio kind of thing to feel?
Yeah,
but
I
like,
know.
my time out west when I went to the Rockies was fucking rad.
oh yeah.
I bet.
The idea of walking for an hour and you're still looking at the same mountain is nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm so amazed with extreme nature. And it doesn't even have to be that extreme for me to be blown away because I just don't see enough of it. So I think that's on my list is to go more places, walk around, see shit like volcanoes or like caves, like crystal caves and shit.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. Travel's such an easy and obvious one, but like,
Yeah.
I really want to do more traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legit, though.
That's cool.
I would like to, on the note of travel, Aubrey and I got to talking about, well, she brought the idea up, but it's something that I've had in mind for a while as well. when we were watching Drivers,
Drivers, and drives.
Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, is going to Chicago and then getting on Route 66 and trying to find the best food along the way.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's got to be a little tricky. I mean, like, you really don't know until you just walk in.
Well, I mean, we would probably do some research beforehand.
Yeah, you kind of got to have like a plan. You know, every chili dog isn't the best chili dog. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, what's on Route 66? St. Louis is on Route 66.
St. Louis.
That'd be an obvious one.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it goes south to St. Louis and then kind of jags west across.
I did not care for St. Louis as a city.
Well, you were also there for work.
Yes.
So, I mean.
But I did not. I just didn't get a lot out of it.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I go to Pittsburgh. I'm not a big Pittsburgh fan.
I like Pittsburgh.
It's kind of a pain in the dick to drive.
You kind of. And not even that, just walking around. It's just boring and nothing's ever open. And I don't know.
Yeah. I've had a few kind of surprising, interesting experiences, but for the most part, I think you're right.
I got high there a bunch.
Oh, yeah? I think I told you guys I was there for the first football game after they resumed games after 9/11.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so I was in Pittsburgh to watch the Browns get fucking
Hammered.
destroyed.
They got hammered. I remember
first
that
game,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, they got fucking
We tailgated.
Did you?
Yeah, we tailgated for a bit. I got, like, Pittsburgh family I don't know that well, and I wish I knew them better.
Yeah.
But we went and hung out with that part of the family and spent the day tailgating and saw a bunch of drunk, angry people. It was great.
That's what tailgating's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go up and see you talk about bucket lists. I want to go see a game in Buffalo and party with the Bills Mafia. That's what I want to do.
We could do that this year.
We could do that this year, provided, of course, everyone gets vaccinated.
Right.
But yeah, I want to do
You
that.
already got your shot number one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got my first vaccine shot Monday.
Yeah.
And it's Thursday now.
Yep.
And February 1st, I got to go back in for my second one.
Right.
Wait a few weeks and I'll be good.
You got microchipped.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for you that you now have the 5G inside you.
Yep. Yeah. You're a Russian sleeper agent.
My brain can connect to the internet now. It's pretty
Super
badass.
cool.
Yeah, no, I want to party with the Bills Mafia. I want to drive up. I want to get there early. I want to set up shop. I want to just grill all day. And I'm just going to say it. I want to jump through a table. I want to jump off someone's car through a table because that's what they do in Buffalo.
That's a thing they do?
Have you never seen footage of the Bills Mafia partying?
No.
Yeah, no, they jumping through tables, drinking beer. They're fucking nuts out there.
That entire city is radiation poisoned.
There's like nothing to do in Buffalo except shovel snow, and they don't get to party that often.
For real, they're all like poisoned with radiation, and their brains are going.
Yeah, they're fried. But I'm not. I want to party with them. I will go buy a Bills jersey. I'll go buy an O.J. Simpson jersey. Throwbacks, baby.
Can you buy an OJ jersey anywhere?
I'm sure you can.
There's got to be some on eBay.
There's got it. I can custom make an O.J. Simpson jersey.
That's also true.
A part of me really wants one, and I never knew I wanted one until you said that.
Yeah, come on. You want a Simpson jersey, right?
O.J. Simpson breaks his 52-year no-killing streak.
52 years. Oh, man. Yeah, I would love to do that. One of the things I always wanted to do is go see famous sports stadiums throughout the country. I thought that would be a cool one. Like, obviously, been like Heinz Field is a big famous one, but like,
you've seen Fenway.
I have not seen Fenway.
Have you not?
The next time we go to Boston, we're gonna go see opening day at Fenway. I think
That's sick.
when we can. I want to see Fenway. I want to see Wrigley Field.
We Aubrey and I, when we were in Chicago, walked by Cubs Stadium.
Yeah,
we didn't
Wrigley.
see a game, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wrigley. Duh.
I want to see like South Bend, Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
I've seen Penn State Stadium. It's really cool. I've never been to the Horseshoe, the Big House in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Fucking Death Valley, where Clemson plays.
How about like other sports like Talladega?
I've been to Daytona. The thing is, like, if you've ever been to one of those super speedways,
you probably kind of seen them all, right?
No. I mean, they're very similar, but the thing is, like, it is staggering how large those tracks are.
Big and loud.
TV does not do that justice at all.
I bet.
Because you drive past Daytona and you're going 55 miles an hour on the highway, and you're still by Daytona. You're still by Daytona. You're still
it's
by
like a mountain.
It's like
impossibly
it
large.
takes several minutes to clear that track end to end, and that's just part of it. They're like 2.5 mile tracks.
That's nuts.
In a big oval. Talladega, I would love to go see Talladega. Just like famous classic sports venues. It would be like
Wembley,
right?
I got one. I thought about this the other day. You've completed one of my bucket list items.
Have I?
Yes, you have.
Which one?
You ate a nice Kobe steak.
Yeah, we never talked about that. I started to talk about it.
Have.
Well,
Maybe we didn't.
No, I started to and then never did.
Was it Kobe or was it Wagyu?
It was Wagyu.
That's what I meant.
A5 Wagyu. Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, Wagyu.
Wagyu.
Yeah, it's I got to tell you, you should do it. You should if you get the chance.
There's not a lot of opportunities.
No,
there's just not that many places that serve it.
You should if you ever get the chance to get A5 Wagyu, you should do it. It's delicious. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's expensive. It's worth it. It's one of those things.
It's one of the things you don't need to eat a ton of. You just need to taste some.
Yeah, right. Just to do it.
Japan's on my bucket list.
I'd love to visit Japan.
I want to try as much food as I can. I want to have that the takoyaki from the street.
Yeah.
And
want to meet hard gay.
yeah, Reza Ramon Sumitani.
Hard gay.
I just want to meet international superstar
Hard
Gay. Yeah. I want to if there is, God willing, if there's an opportunity to do so, I want to see a sumo match.
Yeah.
I want to see a kabuki play.
Nice.
And I want to see or be part of a Japanese tea ceremony.
Oh, that's cool.
And have what might be the best tea on the planet.
That'd be cool. I just want to get drunk in Japan. That is a drunk group of people.
That's true. The drunkenness gets pretty intense.
They are very drunk people by and large.
They know how to let loose for sure. I want to do all of those things in Japan.
I want to bathe in a hot spring.
Yes.
Among several others.
I want to be alone and naked by a mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I want to dip in a hot spring, and I want to feel it jiggle my parts around.
Yep.
Those
all my parts jiggling.
Ooh, there it is.
those specific establishments for hot spring baths are called onsen.
Oh, well, in Japan. I
yeah.
mean, I would take a bath in a hot spring anywhere, really.
Yeah, right. Arizona. Somebody.
There's hot springs all over Colorado.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
You know what? I drove through Steamboat Springs when I was out there, and it's real pretty and like a little kind of nice town vibe. And there's hot springs all over there.
Yeah. Just whip your dick out and start jiggling your parts.
All right, now where do I put my parts here?
And in Colorado, you can even smoke weed while you're doing it.
That's right. Yeah, right.
That would be such a nightmare for me.
No.
To be naked and high in public. Can you imagine what would happen to me?
Yeah, that would not be good.
No.
Ohio.
You don't do well in your own house.
I think I might drown myself. Just this, I have to go now. Goodbye.
Ohio man wanders into Panda Express naked and stoned. Asks for cheeseburger.
Where can I dangle my parts?
Where's my parts go? His parts were sent to his wife in a little box.
A little tiny box.
Put his parts in a box.
A little tiny box. The Lindsay Graham story. Ooh.
What the fuck did he do?
What did you do, Lindsay Graham?
Speak.
What did you do?
You owe us the truth.
You filthy child molester. You.
I know that we probably had this gag going too long.
That's all right. Whatever. I mean, it's not a gag. He fucking
No, he definitely.
that guy fucked children.
I want to go to.
I think it might be somehow even more embarrassing. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think it might be even more embarrassing than him being a child molester.
Really?
It's got to be like a photo of him in a diaper.
A child molestee?
Like, I don't know. It's just something that, like, the
An
sight of it.
molestee?
Adult molester.
Yeah.
No one ever calls it an adult molester.
Yeah.
But that's a thing, too.
Yeah, it's also true.
I feel like it's got to be something like him in a diaper that would just,
Sure.
like, embarrass, like, because it's a photo,
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
something, like, present and real.
Yeah, and it's been like captioned to say by him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say like Mama, baby Lindsay made a poopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like someone caught him at a sex club and like some kind of role play and snapped a pic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
What did you do, Lindsay?
What did you fucking do, Lindsay?
Just 3 terabytes of Tony the Tiger pornography.
Hey, Tony. I like the things you do. Hey, Tony. If I could, I would be you.
I wish I could be inside you.
You're the one and only tiger with the one and only taste.
You know how to take a breakfast and make it great.
I don't like this.
You buff slut. You.
Back in my day, we used to get our Frosted Flakes. We grind them up. We'd eat them like soup.
Frosted Flakes is a soup. See, all cereals are soup.
Incidentally, cereal is a soup.
It's a soup. We can't get anywhere if we can't get past this conversation.
It's a grain solid in a milk broth. What the hell do you want?
It's a consommé.
Now,
Consommé.
there are some naysayers out there who claim that it cannot be a soup because it is cold. To which I answer, gazpacho.
Gazpacho.
Checkmate.
Where am I?
Thank you, and God bless our troops.
This isn't Applebee's.
Anyway, I'll have the.
Anyway, I'll have the soup.
I'll-
I'll have your broccoli cheddar. Thanks.
I'll have the frosted flakes, please. And then Lindsey Graham 2 moves down is like,
You see what I mean, though? It has to be soup.
Yeah, it's got. I think soup. I think you might be on.
You bear it out. I think it'll work.
We're getting there. We're getting closer. What did you do, Lindsay?
What the fuck did you do?
anyway, on the note of traveling too, before I die, I do want to go to the UK, the Netherlands, and Germany, and try as many beers in those countries as I possibly can.
That's rad.
And have, I mean, 'cause I'm saving Germany for last because I get the feeling it's going to be a fucking revelation drinking German beer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If I'm going anywhere for beer, I'm going to. Fuck
Lindsey
me.
Graham's basement.
Ireland?
No, like old Bavarian beers and shit, like
Scandinavia.
but like Bavaria,
The Netherlands and Germany.
No,
Yeah, that's
what the?
that's
Belgium. That's what I'm thinking
Oh,
of.
Belgium, yeah. Well,
that's it.
Belgium's right next to the Netherlands. It'd be a 3-country road trip.
I'm just writing Belgium now. That wasn't what I was going to write down, but I just wrote Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah, Belgium.
You have one thing on your page, and it says Belgium.
If I'm remembering my European,
I forget how to do this show.
Whatever. You've like a half-naked man with pubes.
Right, a butt with poop on it.
Yeah.
And the word Belgium.
Belgium.
Hardly do him.
If I'm remembering my European geography right, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Germany all share borders with each other.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
I'm real bad at geography.
Well, I was looking, I think, just earlier today when I suggested to Aubrey that we should get out of this fucking stupid country and move to the Netherlands. Yeah, they share borders with each other. Oh, and then Luxembourg is tucked in between Belgium and Germany as well.
You know what my boss is about to do right now that seems like such a great idea?
Declare war on Luxembourg?
She's going to declare war on finally.
Yeah, those bastards. They've had it too easy for too long. We got to put them in their place.
Well, at this rate, anyone can enact international diplomacy or enact war. All you have to do is break in. And we now know that's incredibly easy to do.
Yeah. Who the hell is even from Luxembourg? Have you
Rich people, really rich people. It's like one of the richest countries on average of the entire world.
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of somewhere else?
It's you're either thinking of Luxembourg or Switzerland.
It's Luxembourg.
Yeah. But Switzerland is also pretty rich, and I would love to go and just stay at a hotel in Geneva in the winter and just fucking enjoy myself.
Yeah. My boss is about to start renting her house out and move to Northern California. Just about to up and go. And she came up with this idea very recently. She got broken up with over like the holiday, which sucks ass.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And she didn't deserve that. But anyways, so she's rethinking stuff, and she's like, you know what? My kids are out of my house. I don't have a boyfriend. I can go and move somewhere.
Yeah, do whatever.
Why
you
the
want.
fuck not?
Right.
She loves Yosemite. She's crazy about hiking. She already has someone interested in renting her house, and she just started thinking about this. How rad is that?
Yeah, if not now, when is like the best philosophy to.
There's like two times in your life when you can do something like this. It's like right when you graduate college or like graduate high school, and you're like in that in between period where you don't know what you're gonna do.
Right.
And then if you have kids, then you don't have that for like 20 years.
Right.
So she's like up to about to just get up and go.
Yeah.
Which is rad.
Yeah, dude.
My point is, I want to leave so bad.
I do too. I don't want to stay here. My wife and I have talked about this. No one is talking about this. Neither of us have any. Neither of them have any emotional attachment to the area.
As long as our friends are still here, Aubrey and I both want to remain here.
That's the thing. The friends are the reason at this point, because being close to my friends and family is the only reason.
Yeah.
That I haven't really considered like either moving closer to work or maybe moving somewhere out by Cleveland or something like that. Just somewhere, just fucking anywhere. I don't know. Christy and I are not necessarily tethered here. She has a pretty good job right now, and so do I. But I can work from anywhere, and I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, we're thinking about down south. The Carolinas, North Carolina.
You were thinking about Boston for a hot second.
We were. Yeah, I'm not ruling that out. It's just houses in Boston are more expensive than they are down south.
Yeah.
And it's cold up in Boston.
It's cold.
Cold
and barren.
It's a cold town.
It's winter feather here in Gotham.
All right, everybody, chill.
And you remember that guy that hit up dudes with just Mr. Freeze quotes on Grindr?
No,
I don't.
It was like a kind of a meme for a hot second, because he just everyone he matched with, he would send them a Mr. Freeze quote just to see what they said.
Yeah.
One guy actually caught him and was like, "All right, you're a good egg.
You're the guy I'm fucking tonight. You're a good egg. You want to beat me in a truck stop bathroom?"
I don't think that's.
I don't think that. Yeah, I say that's Grinders. This isn't like 1987.
Yeah, gay people have rights and houses now.
Yeah, right. They don't have to hide.
They're not all teenagers fucking in the back seats of cars now.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get right off that topic as fast as possible.
We're just let's steer back into some hilarious racism.
Yeah, right.
Bringing it back. We're taking it back for the white people.
We haven't figured out how to make homophobia funny yet, but
no, we'll get there.
Worst case scenario on Grindr is you match with the guy who masturbates to Tony the Tiger.
Right.
Lindsay Graham.
Lindsay Graham.
Right.
Hey, you find out it's Lindsay Graham, and you're like, I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to go make coffee before I forget.
That's a good idea.
You guys keep this shit going.
I'm trying to think what else I've always wanted to do. You don't
buy a good bucket.
I have a good bucket. What kind of man doesn't have a good bucket, Dave?
I did I ever tell you about the last thing my granddad said before he kicked the bucket?
No.
He said, "Hey, how far do you think I could kick this bucket?"
Oh. One of the things I've always wanted to do, I saw a video one time where somebody let Conan O'Brien, I don't know why, but he's a huge Beatles fan. And he got to play a couple of George Harrison's guitars.
Oh my god!
And he recognized them. He knew which ones they were, and So it's I've always wanted to play a famous musician's instrument. It doesn't necessarily matter. It matters I would take any musician that I like, but I just something about like getting to touch one of Jimi Hendrix's guitars. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like it's almost like there's I would imagine a vibe coming off of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even just looking at them through photos, you could just feel it. So I don't know. I always thought it would be cool to like have the opportunity to play a famous musician's guitar or drum kit, or you know what I mean? Just to hold one of those instruments in my hand.
Yeah, God Almighty.
Or buy, you know what? And for that matter, buy some of my dream guitars, because I have a couple that I really, really want, and I think that is actually achievable. I can do that.
Yeah.
Save the money and like spend it on, some of them are like fucking stupid expensive, but there's guitars that I can get that,
Yeah.
it's within my power.
I definitely, and I know this is something a lot of people say, but I want to skydive.
Oh hell yeah, absolutely.
One day I want to jump out of a plane from whatever 20,000 feet or however high they go.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do that for a long time.
Absolutely achievable. You can definitely do that.
There was something else kind of similar to that, but and now I can't remember. I do know, since you mentioned Conan, ever since I saw that segment with him visiting Hunter S. Thompson, drinking hard liquor and shooting machine guns.
Yes.
That's on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah.
Just set up, target ranges, a bunch of pictures of like Donald Trump and like Ronald Reagan and Adolf Hitler, just history's biggest scumbags, and just line them up, drink like the most expensive scotch I can possibly afford.
Right.
And fire off, an M60.
Right. Yeah, no, it's I mean, like, the thing is, once all this shit settles down, like, I'm gonna go. Trish's brother has a Mosin, like an actual World War I issue Mosin combat. You know, it saw trench action. It's got the
Russian, the standard Russian rifle.
Yes, the Mosin Nagant, the Moist Nugget, as it's affectionately known by. So he has one. He bought it at a Alabama pawn shop, and it's a World War I era, and it's got trench art on it, like it was an issued war rifle, and it works. And I've always wanted one. So I think once all this like crazy shit calms down, I'm gonna go out and find one and buy one, and we can go out shooting anytime you want. If you like, one of the things we did when we went to Chicago is Ethan and Krista. Ethan's got a skeet thrower. Oh, skeet, motherfucker! Like, it's a stomp, and it'll throw the clay pigeons out, and you can have it do one or two at a time. So we went out and shot skeet, and it's fucking. I hadn't done that in so long. It's so much fucking fun. Like, and that's something we could do like pretty much whenever. We're in Ohio, so there's a shitload of shooting ranges everywhere. Right. So yeah, I think maybe when the weather gets warm, we can go out and shoot some guns and blow some shit up and drink some beer and do American things.
Fucking A.
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
Oh, hello. Coffee's on the brew.
Cool. We were just talking about how, remember that segment from Conan where he goes over to Hunter S. Thompson's house?
Oh, yes.
He drinks liquor and shoots guns. That's on my bucket list.
Drinking and shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like...
I told him, that's something we could do tomorrow.
But like, not even
we're doing that right now.
I'm not talking about, like, beer and a handgun. I'm talking about getting, like, really expensive scotch and an M60 machine gun. Yep. And setting up a target range.
Do you want to die?
No, I'm okay.
I mean, sometimes.
You're a millennial. It's always on the list.
Yeah, no.
What's this about guns being dangerous, Dave?
What, you want to talk about it? What? Yeah. What, you got some bad ideas about guns being dangerous?
What's this about guns being dangerous? I don't know. No, I would absolutely do that. I've always wanted to fire. They had... it was a replica model STG at the pawn shop downtown, and it was a model that shot 22s.
Okay.
Like 22 rounds. So, but it was like a functional STG, and it was in the fucking crate. So like, and it wasn't that expensive if I remember correctly. I think you get it for like $1,500.
Okay.
Which,
that to me that means nothing because I have no idea what that.
I just remembered the thing that was similar to skydiving. I want to get on one of those astronaut training planes that flies in parabolic arcs to simulate zero gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Flip all over the place.
I think that's just a matter of enough money, and you can do that.
Sure.
I'm sure it's not cheap, but like I bet it could be bought easily.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like so much of the bucket list stuff I have is not achievable. Like I've always wanted to see space.
Hey, you never know.
That might be possible in my lifetime.
They're commercializing that shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's basically what SpaceX is about, right? Like, they're trying to.
It's a huge part of it.
Yeah, they're trying to test the viability of space travel for.
Yeah, so part of it is like building reusable rockets so that that shit becomes more affordable and easier to do. You know, and like some of these systems being like automated and foolproof to the point where it's safer and you don't necessarily have to have a whole ground control team to keep you from vaporizing. Like,
right.
They're trying to commoditize space travel, right? Which would be, I would love to just take a shot past the moon. I don't know how long that takes.
Yeah, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, we're heading there.
Oh, yeah. You know, Elon Musk is now the world's richest man.
Is he really?
He just passed Jeff Bezos like today.
No shit.
Yeah, mostly on the value of the stock of the company. He's now worth, I don't even want to guess at it because money is meaningless to me at that level.
Yeah.
So I don't even remember, but he's now richer than Jeff Bezos. Unlikely to change for a while, too.
Yeah, probably not.
Because dude's not giving money away.
No.
Like, he's not charitable to the degree that even Jeff Bezos, the lizard king himself.
Yeah.
So he's going to hold on to that money for a long time.
Jeff Bezos and charitable do not belong in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, there's giving there. It's just,
not enough.
It's not nearly as much as his ex-wife.
It's for tax purposes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's charitable giving as a way of getting a write-offs on something.
Oh, Muskie.
I wish, because Aubrey and I donate to charity here and there. I should be keeping track of it for tax purposes.
Yes, you should.
But
I don't do it either.
I don't feel like it's enough to matter, really. But I don't know.
Well, the thing is, like, okay, like there's a closed drop-off spot. Like right down the road from us on Meridian.
Yeah.
And they have
Those yellow boxes?
Yeah, they have tax forms that are there at the front so you can keep track of what you donate. And we donated like $750 worth of clothes last year. So that is not nothing. I think $500 is the line.
Yeah, that's not nothing. But like once a month maybe we'll give like $10 to a charitable cause.
I got a big duffel full of your old clothes. You just take that and cram that bad boy in that box.
Mm-hmm. Seriously, like and then that is tax writable. Not that that's why you do it. You do it because you have way too many goddamn clothes.
Right.
And there are people who don't have enough.
But yeah, we wrote a shitload of that. I had like 5 trash bags full of old clothes that we donated. So
I don't even have that many clothes.
Really?
Yeah, I think all the clothes I have could fit in one black trash bag.
You're not a hoarder, so the problem is I'm a hoarder.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to put all the shit. Even right now, the clothes.
The thing is, when you're a hoarder, it doesn't matter. You just
just put it on top of the other shit.
In fact, if I didn't have a wife who would keep me sane, I'd be buried under a mountain of stuff and garbage.
That video that you sent to us the other day, that woman that just had literal poop in her house.
Yeah, I was down the hoarders rabbit hole. They have, the thing is, A&E put whole episodes of Hoarders on their YouTube channel. So
I feel very guilty about ever watching that show.
Why?
Because on some level, it's like, it's kind of not just trash TV, but it's like trash TV about someone's problem.
Well, the thing is, they're not doing it to be like, look at this. They're doing it to be like they're genuinely showing you that people have a problem.
But that's how I watch it, and I know it.
Yeah.
So I put that on, and I'm like, ew, poop,
gross, ew, gross. No, like the thing is, like I came from, I have those tendencies. So,
yeah.
Like
I know at one point it was pretty bad.
It was bad. It was really not good. And I like watching it. So
speaking of which, the feces that were in the hallway of our apartment building.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
should
the feces emesis.
You should see how good of a job they didn't do cleaning it up.
So much shit.
Okay,
so
go back to the beginning for people listening.
Yeah, right. Because we know about this, but
so there's plenty of elderly folks in our complex, and one of them appears to have not made it to the door in time.
Oh God,
big mood.
I feel bad.
And I feel bad, but like
But it's still poop on your floor.
It's poop,
Yeah, but clean it up.
poop on the floor, and and fucking maintenance. He didn't do nearly a good enough job of getting it
Just
off.
kind of smear it around.
It's stain. They didn't even bother to do anything about the
that
stains.
floor's
that it
carpeted.
Yeah.
left. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
It's just set in there.
It's a thin Berber carpet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it just, when you run, and even if you ran a carpet cleaner on that, you're just making a poop cake at the bottom.
Poop cake. Nice. No, the thing is, you're talking to two people who worked at Mark, so we're very familiar with
I know I've told this story on the
elderly
show.
people. Oh, yeah.
But I remember distinctly following a trail of poop splats.
Yeah.
And they wound through the produce department, around the pharmacy, into the bathroom, and terminated at a toilet that had poop on the top, sides, and underside of it.
Yeah.
And there was a whole kidney bean on the floor that I will never forget.
If there are people out there who don't regularly watch internet comment etiquette,
Yeah.
be aware that you can find entire compilations on YouTube of perfectly physically able, 20 to 50-year-old people defecating on the floor and leaving it there.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but people, their diets must just be different. But people are able to get a whole turd out, down the leg, shake it out, and walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what my poop is like. At all.
No.
I couldn't just drop that thing like a hot potato and walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to be one neat piece like that.
No, it's going to be.
It's
yeah.
going to break
It's going to break several times.
many times. I don't know how. I mean, imagine having that kind of a digestive system.
The wherewithal to be able to do that and then stealthily get away with it. Because, I mean, let's get it all on the open here. I've shit myself in public before. I don't trust people who haven't.
You know what? I got to tell you, I don't think I've ever shit myself in public.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't believe I have either.
But you have shit yourself.
Maybe when I
Oh
was,
yeah.
Yeah.
maybe when I was like 2 or
Okay.
something.
Well, no, but I mean, but you've definitely.
I've shit my bed.
Yeah.
I had the flu. I
Yeah.
coughed,
And you shit.
that was a mistake.
Yeah.
I did gamble on a fart and lose
Yeah.
not even all that long ago.
The point is, if you've never shit, if you tell me that you've never shit your pants as an adult,
But it was at home.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie, and I don't trust you now.
But these people with these firm, dense poops,
Yeah.
I could believe maybe they didn't
Yeah.
shit themselves because you'd need a real effort to get that thing out.
Yeah. But they're like they're
It's like
just
a football.
just at the grocery store. They're just eking
Yeah.
it out.
They walk, they do a little jiggle with the leg, it rolls out very nicely.
Yep. Women. It happens to a lot of women. Like a lot of the videos are like women in grocery stores.
My theory
Or on
is
park benches.
yeah.
Just shitting.
My theory about that is that it's the old women that are often out doing the shopping. The old men are pooping themselves, but they're doing it at home.
Yeah. Right.
Or they're doing it at the VFW hall.
Right.
But they're not.
Where no
pooping
one
in-
gives a
Yeah.
fuck.
Right, where it's already. There's just poop everywhere anyway.
Yeah. Right. Because it's it's run by the U.S. government, and I don't give a fuck about veterans.
Yeah, I don't.
Every VFW all gets a smattering of shit just thrown in it before they open it.
The VA brings a truck and they just
dump
like coal. They
feces.
just rake it out into the.
There you go.
Your tax dollars at work.
Thanks for your service.
You want to get rid of it? There's a form. It'll be about 8 months.
Oof. Too real. But yeah, no, it's I don't know. Women, yeah, it's specifically.
It's all ladies pooping.
I don't know if it's like a shame thing or
I don't know.
I don't know what the psyche is behind that.
Actually, I think there is a psyche behind public pooping.
Yeah.
I remember reading something that it's like it's almost always about control.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you're pooping in public, it's partially because you don't have control of a lot of aspects of your life, but you can do this.
Yeah.
Now that sounds insane, but it might just
No,
be
that
true.
makes sense.
Sure. I wonder, do you guys think that if we tell the MAGA hats that bathrooms were invented by liberals, they would stop using them?
I wonder.
Maybe.
Okay, but you got to make it a conspiracy and you got to make it a good one. So the public bathrooms thing You got to tie it to something that drives them insane, like unisex bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to make it so all bathrooms are going to be unisex bathrooms in like 15 years. There's like a global plan to get rid of men's and women's rooms. And the only way to stop it is you got to poop on the floor in the store.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that they hear your poops of protest and they keep men's and women's.
Lay your poops in the store.
Put that poop on the floor.
Hell no, we gonna go. I'm gonna go get me some of that coffee.
Yeah, you know what? It just finished brewing.
brewing.
You know where the mugs are, right?
Yeah, you want a cup?
No, but I'll get one after we take a break.
All right. Oh God. Oh Jesus.
Hey, there's a sugar-free creamer in the top shelf of the fridge.
No, I'm a man. I don't.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, no, you've got to make it good. You got to really give them a reason, because if you make any conspiracy theory and you make it sound plausible enough, they will buy it. The problem with that one though is that it's very obvious it's designed to humiliate them. So you got to make it even more. You got to make it more stealthy and secretive somehow.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, and the best way to do that would be to not even bring up pooping on the floor,
right?
But to let them arrive at that conclusion.
Yeah, right.
That's the trick.
You got to let them think that they made it up themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, how about the fact that the blue toilet cleaner that they use in public bathrooms?
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Has a chemical in it that
will turn your butt gay.
Yeah, it'll. Yeah, the fumes, because your small intestine is so absorptive. The fumes from that chemical will absorb into your butthole,
right?
And they will make it so that
what did I come into?
They'll make it so
blue toilet cleaner is a conspiracy.
They'll turn you they'll turn you transgendered, and you'll want transition surgery and all of this,
right? So they're trying to use the blue toilet water, to turn people transgendered, and the only way to not get turned,
urinal cakes have the same chemical. And so
that's a great idea.
And
actually.
so their form of protest will be to defecate on the floor in a public place.
I
instead.
will sooner poop on the floor than put my butt near that weird chemical.
Yeah,
that actually works.
Yeah,
you could probably sell that one.
I think I could.
You could. You just remind. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I would. If there's a way for me to sign up for Parler without having to give my social security number or anything, I would do that and start propagating it. I would go so far as to make up a scientific study.
The thing is, I think people are easier to troll than you even think. Making a fake news site is actually really, really easy. Just buying a domain and putting a bunch of build a WordPress site with a bunch of fake stories on the front page of it.
Yeah,
works all the time. I remember years ago, and I know I told this on the podcast. It was Eric Shanace and I tried to convince people on Fox News forums that a truck nuts business in Ohio went out of business. I can't even remember the point.
I don't think
you don't remember this story.
No, I don't think you ever told this story to us.
I'm pretty sure it was almost entirely his idea and his work, so I don't want to take too much credit. But I was around for this, and he built a news page and wrote a story about a Xenia, Ohio truck nuts factory going out of business because of Obama to see if they would bite.
And they bit?
They bit. I mean, not all of them. And there were a couple people who very quickly were no, get out of here. But there were enough people to be that's what Obama does.
Yeah.
He runs the nuts right out of America.
He's going to be coming for your nuts next.
Yeah. First it's your truck's nuts, but next it's going to be your nuts.
It castrated my Obama.
Did I not tell you that?
Obama castrated my truck, and now it's a soprano.
You told me about the time Corey Suhar called Walmart pretending to be Caprica Faro.
That was fucking great.
Did you know I'm
I'm Caprica Faro.
Caprica Faro.
I could buy you. He was like calling about shoes.
Yeah, shoes.
Like, why Walmart?
Yeah, Capri Cafaro buys shoes at Walmart.
Yeah, like call anywhere else that sells shoes.
Don't you know who I am?
Don't you know who I am? Yeah, I remember that. Oh God, some great pranks of days past. Those guys used to. Back when this seemed novel and not at all annoying, they used to go and wrap orders at drive-thrus.
Oh my God, they have
They had some good ones.
They had some really good ones. They used to put it on YouTube too. Somewhere on YouTube, there's videos of Pat and Corey wrapping their orders at like drive-thrus.
They were great.
They were really good.
Today, this would really annoy the piss out of me.
Yeah.
But when you're like 20,
Yeah, it was really fucking funny. Like it was hilarious.
oh my God, these guys are so funny.
I'm trying to think what. Okay, so let's
So
get
bucket list.
bucket list. What did you do, Lindsay?
Hey, what
The fuck? What
did you do?
What are you doing?
You could tell me.
What are you hiding from
Just
us?
tell someone. Get it out of your
Get
system.
it out of the. They don't have to lord this over you forever.
No one else has to know.
Unless you fucked a kid, then they're gonna.
In which case, that's bad. But like, how ugly was
Oh
he?
yeah, right. We're talking like a.
Was the kid at least a looker?
Yeah, right. Or was it
That's
like
the evilest joke
yeah.
we've ever made on the
Was
show.
the kid a looker or was it like a Chinese kid?
Oh, no.
Bringing back that hilarious
Dear.
racism.
Everyone disliked that.
No, everyone noticed that. Nobody liked that.
Yeah, bucket list. So bucket list.
See, the thing is, my list of like things I need to do before I die is so small.
Very. I want to drink a Guinness from the Guinness factory.
Factory.
From the Guinness factory.
Where Guinness is carefully assembled out of raw materials.
Eat a toilet, eat a toy.
Where Guinness is synthesized in a lab with a portal to hell.
I want my Guinness poured straight from the titty of the leprechaun.
Oh, come have a nibble at my teeth, lad.
Oh, not so much teeth there.
And over there, the extra stout.
Hi. Smoking a pipe.
Leprechaun titties. What else?
Leprechaun cities.
That is on my bucket list.
Lick a leprechaun titty.
I like the leprechaun titty.
100 episodes.
Yeah, 100.
100 episodes of this.
What are you people doing?
You know, and
why are you listening to
Here's
this?
to 100 more, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, again, we have to bring this up. This is actually the first episode that we've done stone sober, at least from start to finish.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's not any different.
No,
If you thought it would be better or worse, you were wrong.
You were wrong. It's the same old bullshit. Turns out we're stupid no matter how drunk we are.
Let me get serious for a hot second.
Yeah.
After the last one, I had a crisis. I had a personal crisis.
Yeah, because you thought that we couldn't be funny sober.
I was laying in bed telling Christy, what if I'm not going to be funny anymore? Not that I'm ever that funny or think of myself that highly, but like, what if I can't be funny?
Can't even do that.
I have that feeling all the time.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if I'm sober, then like my personality is flat.
No.
You know?
Yeah, but the thing is
nuts.
The truth is
But I
so
get it,
much the
like-
opposite. And
Right.
actually, you know what? I think there's times when we're drunk on the show, we're
not that funny.
Maybe we're actually worse.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know, we're just more entertaining to ourselves.
Yeah.
But that does not make it a better show.
You're right.
Right.
No, not at all.
You know?
Don't get me wrong. I love being drunk.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Pretty great.
Yeah. I'm not done with beer in my life. I just want it to not be like my default, like my hand grabs one before I know what's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh no, it's going into my tum tum. What have I done? Like I want it to be a choice and a moderate one.
Yes. Absolutely.
Real
Anyway.
serious.
Yeah, I know. Alcoholism. Heavy.
Heavy.
Ooh, it's almost as
So-
if I've trained my entire life to kill myself with alcohol.
Ooh.
Funny.
Almost as if.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like a lot of stuff on my bucket list goes into travel related things.
Yeah, I know, me
but
too.
also food related things.
Yeah. What's
a
a dish you want to learn to make perfectly?
Ooh,
You only get one.
beef Wellington.
Yeah. Wow, you were quick with that.
Yeah, Wellington, because it's a challenging.
Yeah, it's like a multi cook zones kind of. There's like
it's a
tricky
challenging
thing going on.
process. You have to be able to.
You want a rare inside. You want a crispy
You want
outside.
to roll your pastry. You got to make a duxelle, which is a pain in the ass. You have to get just enough prosciutto, rolled out in just such a way, just so.
There's prosciutto in there.
Yeah, you. Okay, do you not know how this is made?
I guess I don't.
So it's you make your you take the whole roast. It's like a loin roast, like that you cut filet mignon from.
Yeah.
Season it heavily, brown it on all sides, and then you make your duxelle, which is like a mushroom paste. You like blend it up with some shallots and garlic, and then you fry all the water out of the mushrooms. Season it, and then you lay down your pastry, and then you lay down some prosciutto on that. And then you paint the mushroom duxelle on top of that, and then you brush the roast down with English mustard and roll it all up.
yeah.
And then
I seem to remember
Yeah.
Drew making a bomb Wellington.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that accurate? Because I feel like I remember that happening.
Yeah, dude. Beef Wellington.
Oh, fuck me. Beef Wellington.
Yeah, no, it's one of those
Pain in the
dishes
ass food.
it's like and I've always wanted to try and make consomme too, which is just it's
It's
soup.
basically soup.
It's soup. It's soup. You gotta put some eggs on top, and you gotta get all the impurities out of the stock. It's a lot of work.
It's not a simple soup.
Not a simple soup.
It's rather difficult.
Yeah, good consomme is a pain in the ass. You have to seriously, you have to crack eggs on top of it. It's
The
really
protein pull stuff out of
yeah.
it and clarify it.
Clarifies it, so it's
Right.
like it's very intensely flavored beef or chicken stock or lamb stock or whatever. And you have to cook it for like 4 hours with eggs on top of it because it sucks all the bad stuff out.
Okay.
And you can't get it too hot or it'll boil and all the impurities will go back in, and it can't be too cold or you won't have flavorful stock, which is a big pain in the ass. So you have to but just once I want to try and make consomme. I want to try caviar. I've never had caviar.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I've had fish roe on things.
Yeah, but not like
sushi.
you can't get beluga caviar in the U.S., which is a bummer.
Yeah, what's that about?
Now,
Do we just hate the whale that much? That's probably it, right?
The
We
thing-
despise the whale.
No, it's that we love the whale too much.
Right.
It might be we despise the whale. We find it disgusting.
But you can farm that fish and
Well, beluga or
no, beluga caviar is not. It comes from sturgeon. It doesn't come from whales.
I thought it was a whale.
No, you're right because
No,
because caviar is fish eggs.
caviar's fish.
And
whales
whale-
are mammals. That
So
they
it's
do
like,
it like
what
they
do you-
do on the Discovery Channel.
Yeah, right. Hey, oh,
Yeah.
no, they do it like they do in Lindsey Graham's basement.
Okay, I thought for sure beluga. This is like one of those
comes
things
from the beluga
Every now and
whale.
then you realize how fucking dumb you are.
Yeah, no, and that completely missed me too because you were so
Adamant.
you were
No,
completely certain that they came from whales, and my brain didn't.
Yeah, I went around your whole process.
Yeah,
No, but beluga is is a sturgeon basically, but it's a species that was endangered, but there's farms where the thing is that law is outdated because there's farms where they produce
Right. We're still banning it because the only way to get it used to be to fish it out of extinction.
Right.
But now we have other ways, but we haven't changed the law.
like in Spain, I know there's a farm that farms beluga caviar and
they reach right up in the fish's pussy and pull it right
straight
out.
up in there. They gut that fish's pussy and just pull all those sweet, delicious ovums out.
Sweet, delicious ovum.
yeah.
Ovums.
I have never had caviar in my life.
Well, we should do it. I'll order some.
I guess the closest thing I've had is the tobiko, the flying fish roe that's on top of some sushi rolls.
Yeah.
which is tasty.
Is it a big old roe?
No, they're very, very tiny.
Yeah.
The
That's
little
close.
orange ones?
And they're like reddish orange.
I like those.
So
Yeah, they're good.
the closest to beluga you can get in the States is Ostera caviar, and you can order that shit on Amazon.
Okay.
Like you can have them send you.
And you're supposed to like eat it with some, like you're supposed to put it on like a cracker or something,
No,
right?
no, I mean you can, but actually they want
Out
you
of a bowl with
to.
a spoon.
You want to, yeah, seriously. Like they want you to like. Typically, the way that you do it is, if you're going to eat it, they want you to put it like here on your hand, like we would take a tequila shot. You put it on there because it warms up the caviar just so that it releases the smell. Oh. So you want to get a whiff of it before you eat it, but you want to like eat it off your hand, or you want to eat it with a spoon.
That's so sensual in a way. It almost weirds me out,
It's
but
only,
I get it.
You're only supposed to eat it for like occasions, but I want to cook with it. Like I want to make consomme with, like maybe a little beef cutlet, or
A little beef cutlet.
little beef cutlet with some caviar. And,
Who's a little beef cutlet?
I want to do like a full meal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to get caviar for New Year's. I was hoping that this New Year's we would be able to do the party, but that's, that was not going to happen.
I know.
So.
I know. Okay, I know I already told you guys, but like on New Year's, I was so fucking depressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucked. It
And
was,
I feel bad because it's like, obviously, I love just me and Christy hanging out anyways.
Right.
But it just, like, it was so obvious the thing we normally do, we weren't doing. It just felt really...
it did.
Yeah.
It didn't feel right.
feel an absence.
I feel like I don't know. I really hope things are gonna improve a bit by March, so
They will.
we can have St. Patty's.
I got more Reggies in production to clean everything up.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so the air will be good. That's really it. You just gotta, man,
Get
use
yourself a
science.
Reggie, dude. Yeah, come on. I have. You know what? I haven't saved enough paper towel tubes to build myself a Reggie.
Right. Well, part of it, and here's the hardest part, is that he has to be smiling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If
It's
he's
hard.
not
It's hard to
happy-
smile. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I understand. How do you keep him so happy?
No, just I don't like any of the directions I was about to go.
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say-
let's move to something that keeps them happy. Well, I reach my hand in there and wiggle it around, just grab something.
It's called milking the prostate.
Yeah, they call it milk. It's prostate milk. You gotta you get two fingers up there and you rub it like it's a walnut.
A six knuckler. I would, if I could cook any, or if I could prepare any food, let's put it that way, perfectly, it would be sushi.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to make sushi at like, probably not a master, because sushi masters do that for their entire lives.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I could make,
You could make competent sushi within probably a year if you really kept at it.
if I really kept at it,
Like
and
restaurant grade sushi, I believe in that.
and had reliable access to sushi grade fish.
Yes.
Now the thing is, I believe I could be wrong about this, but I think a lot of the fish that you can get, even at like Giant Eagle, is like that fresh.
Really?
I think so. Someone told me something about that.
I would
I
have-
believed them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
would
say.
have to hear that from the
Right
from
No,
the counter.
like it's not all the fish, certainly, but like I think if you're like, okay, I want to make sushi, and I know the truck's coming on this day, I think you can get like that degree of freshness
Now-
at a grocery store.
Yeah. Now there is also there are also cooked forms of sushi. There is also tamago sushi, which is fried egg.
Right. And the shrimpy ones, the fried shrimp.
Yeah, fried. Yeah. Oh God, why can't I think of the name for fried foods in
shrimpy
Japanese? Tempura.
Tempura, yeah.
There you go.
Tempura.
Tempura anything is.
Tempura.
Yeah.
There's that racism.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not racist. It's not racism to do voices.
No, it's not until you like
Oh, Suzuki, Toyota, Honda Civic.
right there. That's it. Now it's racist.
Oh, lo mein, beef. Beef.
Lo mein, beef. The traditional Japanese words: lo mein, beef.
A woman asked me if I would like to participate in 69, to which I replied, I do not have any beef and broccoli right now.
Oh my god. That's racist too.
Now that's the racism you listened for.
It just occurred to me.
You could edit that out if you.
Nah.
I would like you to edit it out. Actually,
It's too late. It's all
too
over
late.
right
You already
here.
said
It just occurred to me, Donzi baby is in Japan and possibly listening to this.
Hey, what's up?
So
Don?
I hope you're wearing headphones
yeah.
Please
be wearing headphones
because this is embarrassing. But
it's not embarrassing.
he actually listened to a recent one, and it was like the last one we did. He said it was really great. He had really enjoyed listening.
Well, great.
For what it's worth, the Japanese make fun of the way we talk all the time.
Of course.
Everyone makes fun of how everyone talks.
Yeah,
Like, that's not just
a common thing for Japanese parody of American speech is to insert the word "fucking" in every other word.
well, that's accurate.
That's accurate.
That's how we talk.
It's pretty accurate, but
That's how us trashy people talk.
because cussing, curiously enough, is not really so much of a thing in Japan. There's like one or two catch-all words that are profane in Japan, but they don't cuss in the same way that other languages cuss. Usually whenever you see it translated that way in an anime or something, it's like a subtle shift in tone, how the words are conjugated, from like polite, direct, like a sudden shift into impolite and rude.
Okay.
And that's because that doesn't translate into English that well. It's basically the equivalent of cussing.
Well, I kind of feel like our curse words are ambiguous in the same ways. Like saying them different ways has different effects.
Yeah, and
you just drop a casual fucking whatever. Like that's not that offensive.
And and it
fuck you hits like a bullet.
Yeah, and it doesn't translate well into languages that aren't English.
I'm sure.
No, you big piece of shit.
Well, no, I take that back. They translate decently enough into other Germanic languages like Swedish, German, Dutch.
Yeah,
they translate decently enough into those.
Yeah,
but the myriad uses of the word "fucking" are pretty unique to English.
I think even we don't really fully like. We just kind of do it naturally. We just kind of curse with those words very easily and naturally. But I don't even think we really think that hard about what we're doing.
Right. No, it's just now, especially in the 21st century. I mean, it's really become second nature. We talked about this before in the show. It's like,
yeah, we ever done an episode on cursing?
No, we should though.
That should be an episode.
Who's? I think is it your episode next officially? I think. I don't know.
I can't remember.
Who knows?
Whatever. Who cares?
But it would be good to do one on that.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Sushi is something I would love to make at like a very, very good level.
Yeah. It's something you could practice making. I mean, it's not. It's one of those things where there's tons of.
Yeah, I just don't want to give myself salmonella.
Yeah.
Or like a parasite.
Mine's bread.
Yeah.
That's tough. That might be the toughest of everything that we've mentioned.
And if I can kind of cheat and give like another half answer, specifically like sandwich rolls and like breads that have a really good light interior structure and a really good crust.
Yeah.
It's
hard. It's very difficult.
It is very hard. I learned several things while failing at this over and over and over. You guys remember when I made like buns for like sausage sandwiches?
Yeah.
And threw like 20 of them away in front of everyone. It's like, this is no good. I have to go to the store now and get bread. That's what I want to figure out.
Yeah.
It's
tough.
Baking is a whole different animal, and I'm already not great at following instructions.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to baking, it's usually like it's weights. Like if you do things by weight, and if you develop like a familiarity with what it should feel like, like a lot of it is really tactile, I think.
Yeah. Should ask Aubrey for some advice on making bread.
Yeah, and you know what? My dad, who may or may not be listening, made a fucking gorgeous loaf of bread recently. He brought it over to me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe how like grocery store perfect the thing looked. And the only complaint he had with it is that he wanted to do it again with bread flour to get like a more glutinous structure.
Sure.
Because it kind of had like, it didn't have the crumble that he wanted.
Yeah.
But it had, in form, it was glorious to look at.
Yeah.
I actually questioned for a hot second. I'm like, did he really make this bread? It's so perfect.
Yeah.
And he was a baker for a long time. I don't know if you guys even know that.
I didn't know that. No.
It's like growing up, he was a baker at Giant Eagle for years, and I think he was at Tops for a hot second, but he was a baker for years and years.
Tops.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Tops.
old
Remember
school.
Tops?
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of experience. I should really be asking my father to teach me bread.
Yeah, of course.
Why
yeah,
the
I was
fuck
gonna
am I
say,
not- You know what?
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't know that, but like,
Yeah, right. If you want to learn to make bread, maybe your dad will tell
yeah,
you.
right. just try.
That's just, oh God, why does it only now occur to me? Because he is so good at it.
Yeah.
We should spend some time baking with my dad.
Yeah, dude, do it.
You know what? We have a plan to watch Being John Malkovich together sometime soon.
Malkovich.
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 Oh, Malkovich.
So
It's my head.
it's my head. Oh,
Sorry.
clipping on the headphones.
I watched that movie recently. It's still good. It's
still good.
It's still weird.
Charlie Kaufman writes like no other person.
Still nuts, but still good.
Hey, so you know what? It's almost 9. We have
Yeah.
a 10 o'clock curfew. Daddy DeWine is outside, and he is not happy. So why don't we take a break? Have we covered this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's
This
good.
is as good as we're going to do for an episode 100,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. It's a hell of a lot better than last attempt.
Oh, it sure is. It's a relief to know we're still not funny in the ways that we weren't
Yeah.
funny before.
I think we really nailed the racism in this episode in a way that just felt uncomfortable in the previous one.
You know, where before it was manufactured, it's natural now.
It's natural.
Yeah.
You know, we're bringing it back. We're bringing racism back to the white man who never lost it.
We're bringing it back. White people, you're welcome. Let's take a break. We'll be back in a minute with recommendations, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what we learned.
Yep.
Yeah.
And smoking and drinking.
And smoking and drinking. All right.
One time, suck my dick and nutsack.
Just suck my dick and balls.
I suck my baby.
Actually, that's the funniest part. We're after that. Yeah. I think if that song becomes about sucking dicks and ball sacks,
Yeah.
it's not Eleanor you want.
No.
It's Father Mackenzie.
It's Father Mackenzie.
That's the one I want.
Yep.
He's the one, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
This is a rocky transition into our third part of the show.
Anyway, speaking of Father Mackenzie sucking dicks. What?
No, go ahead. Finish that.
It's time for us to talk about the little segment that we like to call "What Did You Do, Lindsay Graham?"
The fuck did you do that was so despicable?
What do they have on you?
They have some really nasty things.
Something fucking gross.
Something beyond the pale.
Yeah.
He went to a baseball game and ordered a large Coke without ice.
Ew. You animal, you.
You know, if you're gonna
And then he
order
fucked a
like-
kid.
At the baseball game?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, that's what the song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" is
Yeah.
about.
With the bat.
Take me out to the ball game. Put me up or lay me down in the stands. No, we're not going to finish
No.
that. I know where you were going. Let's not.
The only thing we could do is get more graphic.
Yeah.
And we don't want to
No.
graphically
We don't want
explain.
to. We don't want to attract Lindsay Graham to this
Right.
basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in another basement somewhere.
Listen,
we want
he definitely, it's like a photo or a video
Yeah.
of like something that is so humiliating that it's not even just like he would go to jail. It's like it will ruin his life forever.
I kind of want to start that Twitter account. What did you do, Lindsay Graham?
What dirt?
What do they have on you?
What have they got their thumb on that just,
Yeah.
if it comes out,
What have you got your thumb on? What?
where has your thumb been? Thumb? I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah.
Why not?
So anyway,
So yeah, recommendations.
recommendations. I have a recommendation.
Yeah.
I've only been playing a little bit of it,
Okay.
and thank goodness there is a demo, so you can try it too and see if you like it. But it's a game called Ghost Runner.
I know what you're talking about.
This came out, I believe, October of last year.
Yeah, I wanted to play this.
By which I mean, October 2020, so a few months ago.
Dateline 2020.
And this is a game in which you are a cyborg or robot, I think.
Robot Ninja, right?
Yeah, you have a sword.
Oh, this game.
Yeah, you free run throughout the environment, and you essentially have to kill all the enemies in the area without getting hit.
Yeah.
Lots of wall running and sword play.
It's like
yeah.
it's like Ninja Super Hot, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's I've been having so much fun with it. It looks gorgeous. The soundtrack rules. And it's pretty inexpensive. I think full price is $30.
Okay.
But I got it on sale during the Christmas sale. And yeah, it runs great on my computer.
Nice.
Thank goodness. Again,
It's got like a gritty, dark kind of like
it's a cyberpunky thing.
Yeah, it's like that aesthetic. Like whatever you're thinking of with rain dripping off of it, that's it.
Right. Yeah, it's got like a Blade Runner type feel, and this time you literally actually are running with a blade.
Yeah.
So this is more like Blade Runner than the movie, really.
This game should have been called Blade Runner for unrelated reasons.
And the what is that face?
Oh, I'm filming this for the gram.
Oh, right. The Linstagram.
The Linstagram.
So
I forgot we have a gram.
yeah, again, I can't say enough good things about the soundtrack. It's probably exactly what you're thinking, like that retro synthwave kind of sound. And it's just got a pretty simple story. You're in a tower city that is sort of like houses the last remnants of humankind, and there's been a coup, and this evil lady with Dr. Octopus arms has taken over.
Okay.
And so you have to fight your way to the top of the tower and fight her. I'm again a very short way into the game, but apparently it has a bit of replayability to it in the sense of like time trials and extra challenges and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But it's been pretty fun so far. In between any instance where I can put down the other game I've been playing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Which is Hades, right?
Which is Hades. I just didn't want to bring it up in case it was your recommendation.
No,
for this week.
I think you already recommended it once.
You recommended.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah. So Ghost Runner on Steam is something you should check out. Try the demo, see if you like it.
I love that demos are still a thing.
Yeah. They weren't for a while, and now they're coming back thanks to Steam, I think.
Remember when the whole reason to buy Xbox Magazine was to get that fucking
The demo disc?
demo
Dude,
disc?
I was a subscriber to that magazine for several years, and I got to tell you, I still have some of those demo discs.
Yeah.
There's some fucking winners on there, dude. There's some demos of games that never got released.
Oh, I bet. I didn't
yeah.
even think about that, but I bet there are.
Yeah, there's a couple that never actually saw an official release.
To completion.
To completion, yeah, that they got on the disc. I remember it was like the fourth edition of that magazine came with a demo disc that included the entire silent cartographer level of Halo.
Oh,
Which
that's
is
a great demo mission.
Yeah.
Because it's all the best parts of Halo without really fucking around with what the story exactly is.
It's that nice small map. It's all
it's a real slice of life in the day of a Master Chief.
Yeah, they put you in that it's really good use of the same space.
Oh yeah.
Because they had to work with limited memory at the time, and they were you were able to travel around that map in certain spots and just recycle stuff and let people backtrack a lot, and it still felt fresh. So
Yes.
but they put the whole fucking level on a demo disc,
Yeah.
which is dope.
That was fucking cool.
Yeah,
I remember getting very excited about that stuff.
yeah.
And I feel like even that, so you're talking about the early Xbox days when Xbox Live was really just
Yeah.
multiplayer and that was kind of it.
Yeah.
I don't think there was like a storefront.
No.
I don't think there was like a place to go and browse or download anything.
No, back in those days, like if you're trying to download like what 8 or 9 gigs of a game over like a DSL connection,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, that was basically about the best that was available.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, holy shit. I remember getting very excited about that stuff.
Yeah. I remember playing multiplayer matches of Whacked.
Wait, what?
You didn't play any Whacked? Oh, that was like Alec and I's favorite game.
I don't even know what Whacked is.
It's a party game. It's a
Okay.
party game where it's like this cartoony, psychotic, kind of Ren and Stimpy-ish sort of party game.
Okay.
Where there's like characters like a psychotic bunny who's had all his feet removed at the Lucky Rabbit's Foot Factory.
Oh my god. Like
yeah.
a fully pawless rabbit?
Yeah, he's got like bloody stumps, bloody bandage stumps.
That's dark.
Yeah, there's just like a naked woman as one of the playable characters. There's a weird orange
your
monster
audience.
guy. There's a multiple personalities flightless waterfowl named Eugene, and his personalities tell him to kill people.
Okay.
But he's very meek and mild.
Some of this is a little bit heavy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was rated T for teen.
All right.
But like, it was like a real hyper violent party game kind of thing. Where, like, there were levels like one of them was called Jeffrey's Kitchen, and it was just a countertop with a sink, and there was a gigantic switch on the map that you could turn on, and it would turn the garbage disposal.
I knew
on
it
in
was the
sink.
garbage disposal the minute you said that.
But it was like there was like deathmatch style stuff. There was collect stars. You had to collect. Every time you killed somebody, stars would fly out of them, and you had to collect more stars. There was game variants. There was a game mode called Chicken, where there were angry chickens that would chase you around the map,
Okay.
and you had to kill all of them before they consumed you like giant chicken zombies. It was really
good.
cool. Yeah, it was cool. I'll have to show you some Whacked.
But yeah.
Sorry,
No, that's okay. Yeah, Ghost Runner. Check out the demo if you want to.
I might get that.
it looks sweet. It like legitimately looks.
Well, I'm definitely going to get the demo. I don't know if I'll buy the game or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, try the demo. It's a pretty good representation of the game, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, who else has a recommendation?
Recommendations.
I think you should decide.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, Dave.
All right.
Pass the Dutchie on the Dave hand side.
So, I already recommended this to you guys in another forum, but I'm going to do it again because I have possibly more people listening to it than I had people listening to the other forum, which is I'm reading a book that Christy got me for Christmas called Bullshit Jobs. That is really, really good, and I think everyone should fucking read this book. And what it's about, it's by a guy named David Graeber, who I didn't realize died. He wrote this book in 2019. He is dead now. He had a pancreatic problem of some kind that like necrotic pancreas or some crazy
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
I know. Like it was not a known thing. He just like healed over.
Holy shit.
But he's an anthropologist. He's also the dude credited with the expression "we are the 99%."
Oh, okay.
Very involved with Occupy Wall Street stuff, economic justice stuff, protester at the World Economic Forum, things like that. So he wrote another book, which I'm also reading, which is called Debt, the First 5,000 Years, which is a history of debt, which is super interesting. Bullshit Jobs is a book based on an essay that he wrote, I want to say in 2013. And the essay was basically making the argument we should have and could have a 15-hour work week by now, and that was the prediction all the way back to the early days of economics. Is that automation it would and increases in efficiency would make it so we didn't have to work for 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
And we would get the same amount done. And we could have, and we might still be getting the same amount done, but we're still working 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
And there's in fact more jobs of a bullshit variety designed just to keep people employed, to give them money to spend on consumerism.
Right.
Like the system exists just to keep the system going. And he breaks these jobs down into like 5 categories, and I'm going to forget what they are, but they're like flunkies, goons, duct tapers. I'm going to remember it. It's box tickers and taskmasters. The 5 basic categories of jobs that have proliferated ever since we started basically since we had extra room essentially and needed more employment These kinds of administrative, often like information sector jobs have just exploded. And it's really interesting, some of the examples, because what happens is the book is based on shit people wrote in. Like, yes, my job is bullshit.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, his criteria is people with bullshit jobs know their job is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say for sure whose job is bullshit, but people with bullshit jobs know their job is bullshit, and they might not know why it's bullshit. Mm-hmm. They might not know what they're really meant to be doing, but they know it's bullshit. Yeah, right there.
Yep. No, I'm good. I have nothing to say about this on microphone.
You feel it a little, but you know, historically, at least something about this.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do. There's lots and lots of jobs that either could be done by a machine or could be done by nobody, and nothing would change. The category, for example, of box tickers is very interesting. It's jobs that exist to demonstrate that a company or an organization is doing something that it isn't actually doing.
Yeah.
And you probably know something about this, like at least in terms of like your interactions with HR.
Yeah.
You know, courses you have to take through your HR department to verify that the company gave you the talk about the thing that they're supposed to talk to you about, which is proof positive that they're taking care of a problem they're not actually taking care of. They've just ticked the box.
Yeah.
Right? That's one kind of bullshit job. There's tons of bullshit jobs. And I feel like everyone should read this because...
Yeah, HR exists to protect the company. It doesn't exist to protect the employee.
Mm-hmm. And very often, it's not actually doing anything.
Yeah, right.
But there's the other category of goons, which is, you know, if you're a publisher and you have a person working at the front desk whose job is just to answer the phone, right? And the phone almost never rings because people are calling for a specific person, you know. But other companies have a serious front desk person, so you have to.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, people will assume you're not as serious as Simon and Schuster. Right. So you've got to have a front desk person.
Yeah, you gotta be like Simon and Garfunkel.
Right, like Siegel and Schuster.
Yeah,
right.
Like Beanie and Siegel.
Right, like Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah.
So the point is just there's jobs that maybe exist just because you have to have someone because someone else has that person.
Sure.
Or people who are there just to make other people look good but don't actually do anything. Or the people whose job title is one thing but secretly do everything in the office. Usually women, because all the men usually in the office don't do anything.
Yeah, they're too busy drinking and slapping asses.
Exactly. Mad menning their way through 12 o'clock, drunk already.
Right.
But there's a proliferation and acceptance of bullshit jobs. I recommend people read this book. It's the reason I recommend everyone read it is because he categorizes all of this shit as a form of spiritual spiritual violence, which makes a lot of sense to me. When you realize your job is bullshit and it's not serious and it doesn't matter if it gets done, and you really would love to be doing something that gives you a feeling like you're doing anything. That's a kind of like violence perpetrated on you as a human being who we all intrinsically need to feel like we're doing something important.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. So read bullshit jobs because it's super revealing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
just like my pants.
Anyway, Chris, would you like to close out the show?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I have two this week. Big surprise.
Are they albums?
One is an album. I wore the Doom shirt again for the second week in a row. Because the last fuck off that 2020 threw me and a lot of people.
Yeah. You could say the world.
Yeah. Daniel Dumille, also known as MF Doom, whose albums I just recommended on this show but like a month ago.
Yep.
Died. He died back in October.
This wasn't public information.
Wasn't public information at the time. And like if you know anything about Doom, he was like insanely private, which is part of the reason that he wore the mask all the time. No one knew who I was till I put on the mask. But he'd like to keep to himself, and they haven't announced what killed him. But I know his youngest son died a couple years back at like age 13. So I don't know if there's something that like runs in the family that got to him.
Yeah, something genetic.
We're probably not going to know. But yeah, so MF Doom, my favorite rapper died. That was the end of 2020. Awesome.
And you thought surely 2021 will be better.
Yeah, right. 6 days in, you know. Ooh. So I'm going to recommend a third Doom album on here. It's the was what 05? I think it was shortly after Mad Villainy came out. It's a record called Food, which is really funny. Food by MF Doom.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's all the songs. You have songs on there like Beef Rap, Rapper Con Carne.
Food is an anagram of
MF Doom, yeah. MM Food, yeah. But yeah, it's the famous one that everybody knows is Rap Snitch Niches.
Okay.
Which was when Takeshi 6ix9ine was in court snitching on
okay.
that song got real famous again. Rap snitches telling all their business, stand in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. So that song got famous again. Yeah, it's all like food themed stuff. He's like all the tracks are titled after food theme. There's some great beats on the record. Doom's like, the famous thing everybody says is he's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks, dude. That's a tremendous loss to hip hop and hip hop heads everywhere. So, Food, really good record. Like all his albums are fucking really good, but this one's also really funny, and we could use some levity right now.
Yeah.
Second recommendation, I'm going to touch my briefs on this. We've been playing Battlefront 2 a little bit. It was $8. The complete edition was $8 on the Steam sale. The holiday sale.
Yeah, buddy.
The celebration edition is currently like 15 on Origin.
Yeah, so 15 on Origin, not crazy expensive. The EA has officially stopped releasing major updates, but the game is like major updates. The game's complete at this point. They've given you basically every ounce of content they could. They have corrected what was a horrible launch in a bad situation, and now the game is good and complete.
Super fun,
really fucking hard. So be prepared for that. But the game is really fun. It is tough. Like it's tough to play, and like we've been going through co-op trying to unlock stuff. But it's really fun. They put you in the shit. You're in Star Wars.
Yeah.
The graphics are incredible. The level designs are incredible. The sound is great. You feel like you're in Star Wars.
And if that's the real goal, and I think it is, they nailed it.
Yeah, it's like to date, it's the ultimate. When you play online, it's the ultimate Star Wars game.
Yeah,
it puts you in Star Wars. So
it does things for me that like the Jedi Knight series used to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Of like really actually feeling like a fucking Jedi,
right? Like you're in it. Yeah, and you get to play as all sorts of like Star Wars characters. Like you start out like as it's Battlefield style, so you start out like regular soldiers, and then as as your score improves throughout the match, you get points to play as different things, whether it's like vehicles, people in ATSTs, AT-AT walkers.
I remember that.
I clapped when I saw it. Or like heroes. You get to play as heroes and villains. You can be like everyone from General Grievous to BB-8.
Yeah, my favorite was playing as the droid, the little ball droid.
Yeah, you were kind of wrecking shop.
Yeah,
you get to play as like basically anyone who's ever wielded a lightsaber. You can play as, which is really cool. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in that context. So yeah, Battlefront 2, it's super cheap. It's really fun. Be prepared to go into it expecting to suck because it's hard. Because we did. It's hard. It sucks.
It's a game that it starts you out at a low level and you feel it.
Yeah.
But I have the sense that as you play
we're getting better. Yeah, we're getting better. Yeah. So be prepared to suck at it, but it's worth it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right.
We did it. That's our 100th episode.
That's the end of season 4. Have we any promises that we cannot keep but will pretend to keep for
We're
season
getting
5?
Bill Nye.
We're getting Bill Nye.
Bill Nye's coming on. He's going to explain to us the science of farts.
I promise that I will try my hardest to not end up in prison before the end of the next season.
I think you can make it.
I think you can do it. Yeah.
You've had a pretty long no prison streak.
We're
and
gonna
I
have
think you're
to.
going to be
We're
okay.
gonna have to turn down the rhetoric a little bit, but you can make it.
I'm not turning down the rhetoric for nothing.
No.
Turn down for what?
Just like I'm not turning down the casual racism for
No,
nothing.
yeah. Well, it is what it is at this point.
It's a staple of the show.
Yeah.
Hilarious racism.
I don't know. I promise at least to you know what? This sounds like a weird promise, but it really did work out here. I promise not to try too hard.
Yeah, it's
Just enjoy this fucking
it's
thing
very
that we have.
important.
Yeah.
Because I think you in particular often like look at us and go, is this funny?
I know.
Am I doing okay?
I'm very regularly very critical of it, not because I care that much about whether people like me or what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
I want this to be like if
You want it to at least be semi-professional.
I want it to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
I don't want people
Yeah.
to be like, this was a huge waste of a couple of hours for me.
Right.
You know, I want it to be something worth putting out, not just for other people, but for us to enjoy.
Yeah, later.
Yeah.
So we'll make a promise that sounds really funny. We'll make a promise to not try so goddamn hard.
Promise not to try and not to care.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's talk about what we learned.
Yeah, this is the last one. Of
Ben,
the,
what did you learn?
I learned that Dave's poop is apparently very fragile and easy to segment.
It just breaks.
It just
my
even-
segments?
Even just gravity.
Yeah, we'll break it.
We'll break it.
I learned that Lindsey Graham is a Bush League kitty diddler.
Yeah, what did I write about him? America has to pay because Lindsey Graham forgot his glasses.
What did you do?
I learned that Tony the Tiger really does it for some folks.
Oh, he definitely does.
Yeah, I wrote President-elect Biden is a Clamato guy, which puts him in the minority.
I learned that cereal is a soup, which is also a consommé.
Yeah.
And I learned Belgium.
Yeah, he just
So I
wrote
wrote Belgium.
He just wrote Belgium.
But then underneath, in quotes, I learned that I learned Belgium.
Nice.
Belgium.
Belgium.
Perfect. I wrote penguins can't talk, believe me.
I would know. If they could speak,
Oh, I'd be fucked.
they'd be telling some stories.
I'd be fucked just like they were.
It's a great thing. Penguins can't master English.
It's a hell of a thing. You go into the Senate chamber and there's the fucking penguin.
They put him in a little broom closet.
Put him in a little broom
He's
closet.
all alone and he's sad.
Lindsey Graham's always there. He won't leave.
I see him hanging around that closet. I said, "Get out of here."
And he didn't say anything because he's a penguin. Anyway, I'll have a Big Mac combo.
Where am I? I also learned that whales are mammals.
Yes.
They do not lay eggs.
They do not lay eggs. I wrote someone's officially fucked the Stanley Cup.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely, yeah. And the last thing I wrote here is blue toilet water turns people into trans. Turns people trans.
Turns people
into trains. They turn people into trains.
Into trains. Yes.
You know what? It's all this trains positivity.
That's right.
That's the problem with America, damn it.
The reason for those damn liberals to do it is just so insane I can't even fathom it. It's a real locomotive.
Oh, damn.
I think we have to never do the show again. I think it's the best joke that's ever
puns.
gonna come out of this show.
Puns. Ew.
You are just the best. You know that.
The people like trains. They're weird. They're
They're real fucking strange. They got weird hats.
they got
and they
weird
wear
hats.
overalls.
They eat their soup cold.
They eat the SpaghettiOs right out of the can.
Yeah.
How do you even drive a train? It's on rails. You can't steer it.
What's the point of driving a train? It's just gonna get there.
Hell of a thing.
You just let it go. Send it out. Wait for it to arrive. It's got coal on it or something. Probably a lot of soup.
Whatever.
Tanker full of soup.
A tanker full.
Giant tanker full of.
That's the key to the.
It even says soup right on the side.
Here's a last minute what we learned. The key to the Biden impression is soup.
It's soup. I'm telling you, it's soup. You're gonna see.
I'm telling you, it's soup.
It's gonna play out,
Yep.
or just be a really bad impression.
Whatever. We're getting there. It's getting better
We're getting there.
already.
We gotta slow down.
Yeah.
Maybe-
Yeah. He's very slow. And
The thing is, I'm talking like Biden from like 8 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
That Biden does not really exist today.
Debating Sarah Palin. No.
Yeah, right.
He exists now only in memory.
As a quieter, calmer, more confused burger ordering man has replaced him
Anyway.
in the halls of power. Anyway, thanks for listening to 100 of these things.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
If you actually have, you've listened to more of the show than I have, so thank you. We'll be back
Yeah.
hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, soon with the start of season 5.
God, season 5.
Yeah, we're like I said, I don't think we're doing the best of.
Nah.
Not this time. Unless you absolutely fucking demand it. But we'll probably save that for the next go around. We'll do some best.
We'll crib him into best of season 5.
Yeah, sure.
So thanks for listening.
Yep.
We have been your dudes.
Yes.
We will be your dudes.
Thank you for 100 episodes.
Yes.
Thank you, boys.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
I
You're
love
welcome.
You're quite welcome. You're
welcome.
Welcome. I think you mean the Chaos Emeralds.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Yes.
Thanks.
Adios.
Bye.
Yep.